Ladies and gentlemen, the Adult Baby Show.
Hey, baby. I don't know why I said that.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. That was fucking weird.
That was what a weird intro this is turning into.
I don't. Welcome to the
Your
Adult
face
Baby
went blush
Show.
red when you did
You
that.
did. Who are you hitting on? I wish everybody could see how nervous B is.
Because I don't know why I just said, hey, baby.
Welcome to the
baby.
Adult Baby Show, everybody.
Yeah.
I am Chick.
I am B.
And I'm Chris.
There we go.
We are
Let's
at-
get it in there.
We are at episode 57.
And B is
57.
Bart
got
Scott.
women on his mind.
Yeah,
He's all
what's happening
flirty
with
and
you,
red
pal?
face.
Jeez, I don't know, man. I was looking at that lawnmower over there.
Just trying to hit on the microphone or
It
something.
was very weird.
That
I
was
must have
so
been.
weird.
God, does that ever happen? Have you ever like spoken a word and it's happened to me a few
Were
times?
you just like caught daydreaming and then
Yes. Is
and
that
then
what that was?
you
No.
just snapped out of it?
No, I think it was.
Was 5 seconds too long?
It was
and
too
you
long.
started-
You know what? It's you got.
That to tell everybody knows before we start recording, we do about a 5-second silence break.
Yeah.
And then B comes in,
Yeah.
and apparently that
came
5
in-
seconds threw his mind off,
Yeah, I came
and he
in
thought he was
somewhere
hitting
else.
on somebody at a bar. Hey, baby.
First of all,
he was
that's
hitting
something-
someone in a bar in 1995.
Yeah, that's
hey,
something
baby.
I would never say that anyway. I think I got the baby with babies, and I don't know what. I honestly I have no idea. I don't.
That was aggressive.
Hey, baby.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody,
Hey,
and how you guys doing this weekend?
Great, man. It's been a couple weeks since we've
yeah,
been together.
yeah.
so
we
that's pretty
haven't. We haven't. I mean, I've seen Chick enough.
Unfortunately,
cool. Probably
but-
too much.
too
Yeah.
much. Yeah, 2 episodes too
Oh
much.
God, I cannot wait for Game of Thrones to end.
So we can stop. Our
not
fucking-
only I'm done. It's over. Like I'm not talking about
No,
the,
I know
the
what you're
recap.
saying. You're saying the show.
Just the show. It's
So-
enough.
I didn't listen to the latest recap, but I did talk to a bunch of my friends about the show. Are you guys happy with where it's going? Because
I
it seems
am.
like nobody's happy.
I'm happy.
Okay, you're happy.
I haven't liked many of the episodes. I did like last week's episode.
This last episode, for people who did complain, this was probably one of the better episodes of the season.
I heard it was shit character development. But I
Haven't
don't.
we-
I
It
can't
wasn't
comment,
shit character
but, like,
development. If anything, it was, and I don't agree with this, but just to play devil's advocate, it would have been shitty character story ending.
Yeah, because they've already developed,
yeah,
but they just
the
sort of
character
ended.
development has been second to none as
Yeah.
far as
Yeah.
the first 7 seasons. But yeah, the last one was. I like it, but there are a lot of people who don't, so I can't act like I'm in the majority here. I'm probably in the minority.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I barely know what's going on during the whole thing. I really don't. I have no
You're
clue.
just there so that chicks has someone to talk
My-
to.
Yeah, basically.
You know what? So my friend, he went through every season like in the last month, like crazy. Like I guess he started a while ago, but he really revved it up, like, and he caught up in the last month.
And what does he think?
I think he likes it. But
Can I tell you what I also think it is? I'm sorry to cut you
What?
off. I think not having that 2-year wait benefits everybody who didn't have that wait. Does that make sense?
So you think
Yeah.
everyone who binged it before this?
I think people who binged it didn't have the waiting hype and like
You really
what's
do have
gonna
a problem
happen.
holding a thought for a
they
second.
did
I'm sorry,
take
I'm sorry.
They took a gap between the last season
Yeah,
and
it
this
was like
one,
a year
right?
and a half, 2 years
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
So I think that's why. But yeah,
No, that's definitely why. And it's also one of those things where it's like it's so popular now that it's easy to hate. You're gonna hate on these things. What?
no,
What?
I'm just laughing.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at you
Why are you laughing at me?
because I just like hearing you talk about the show and why it's.
All right. Oh, so what I was saying, my friend binged it real fast, and he was texting me about it, and it seems as though he knows more about the show than I do.
But that's not that ridiculous
I-
because you
I
don't
don't
pay
know.
attention.
Yeah.
It's just so.
Well, you
much.
binged it pretty quick though, right?
No, I
It took him
started
a pretty
watching
while- yeah,
it when
it
it
took him a while.
started, and then I kind of dipped in and out. I dip in and out of this. It's just a very
I
difficult.
dip in and out.
It's a difficult thing to.
It's a tough show to just focus on.
It is.
Yeah.
And now
But
these hour and a half episodes, it's like
But when you're watching something, your focus should be on what you're watching. No,
I have a hard time with that.
I do too.
Okay, I mean, I guess fair enough. Some people, then I don't think you should be watching shows that are that in depth or involved.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
something a little
Yeah,
easier to
agree.
watch without having to pay attention, like with no other
Agree.
distractions.
But
or
what I
anything.
will say, segue, I watched an amazing movie on the plane. You don't have your phone on you, so your attention is just fucking.
That's
zoomed.
the
Oh, yeah.
That
That's
is
the
the
best,
way to watch
it.
a movie. I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck if
it's
it's on
true.
that little screen. it's the best way to watch a movie.
I've watched so
No
many good
distraction.
movies like that where I'm forced.
You
if
have
I'm
to.
forced,
There's nothing else to do.
I started taking my phone, and for some reason I always get like massive text messages when Game of Thrones is on or when I'm catching, and I have to take the phone and throw it. It just there's so
You
many
can't just place
distractions.
it. You have
No,
to
I
throw
get it. I get that.
And on top of that, like I do follow a lot of like shows that aren't easy to follow. What are you laughing at me?
Because I don't buy that
He's
at all.
talking about
at
Bravo
all.
TV.
Yeah, he's talking about Bravo TV last week, and then you saying I watch a bunch of shows that are hard to follow.
Oh, I do have another.
Listen, there's a
Bravo.
lot of intertangled relationships.
Yeah.
There's names to remember. There's 2 new Chads per season.
That's very true.
But
I don't know. I just
I was, just before we go further from the Thrones, I want to mention one thing that we talked about.
please do.
The hand that everybody's saying was a
Would they
blunder.
misplaced it, right?
When they had his real hand in the back of
I saw this on Twitter,
Cersei.
and apparently he's got a fake hand.
That was an actual promotional thing that people were photoshopping it. Like it wasn't a real blunder in the show. It was a hoax. So nobody who was watching that show saw
Stop
that.
sticking up for your beloved
I'm gonna
show.
because it was.
My
but now we'll
God.
move on from Game
But
of
why
Thrones.
would
sick.
they? So they were like, it was like an ad.
It was a promo video
Okay.
for the show that they had it on something. They noticed it. They cut
They
the
took it down.
promo
Okay,
video.
cool.
And you read this on
people-
Cosmo or
I
something?
read it on Cosmo and something else. It was verified by 2 sources. It was just, dude, it was
It's a
like an
reliable
article on
source, Cosmo.
Snapchat
Yeah.
or something like that.
all right.
Oh,
The Cosmo Snapchat stories. So, but yeah, so that was a
I only
fake,
scroll through those when there's absolutely nothing else to do.
Think about it. I have a lot of nothing else to do sometimes.
Yeah, and-
But you just went away to Amsterdam
I
and
had-
France.
You're the one that
so
needs
Chris,
the
let's talk about
coolest
this.
Tell us about
2
you,
weeks
what you've
ever,
been up to.
I think. First of all, Chick, I thought of you so much. I went to Amsterdam.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
I did.
He thinks
I
me
really,
more than B does.
Was there a lot of degenerates there?
There was a lot of American degenerates, just straight up chicks.
sweatpants
a lot
and
of them,
flip flops.
Yeah.
Wait, not chicks, CKS, CS, me.
CS,
a lot of
chicks.
me's.
A
Yeah,
lot
a
of
lot of
chicks,
you.
man. A lot of like sports sweatshirts. Just in it. There's more, and this is a fact. There's more tourists at any given time than actual people that live in Amsterdam.
Really? I see
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
would have. I didn't know that.
There's like almost no one lives there. It's just a lot of tourists.
That's crazy.
So, but dude, you just like B and I go to a bar after the show sometimes. Bars with just they only sell weed.
see,
That's
you
crazy.
should have told me about when you were planning this trip.
I know, you could've
and you
come
should have
with.
paid for me.
Yeah, that would have been. That would've
Yeah, all right, I'll get right on that next time.
No, yeah,
We'll
but
bring you
there's a
along.
lot of weed there. The
Dude,
red light district.
red light
This
district,
I
it's
want to go to Amsterdam in the worst way.
Unreal, and
if
it's
you
like,
made a ton of money, is that like one of
That
the?
would probably be the first out of the country vacation I would
yeah,
take.
like if you came into some money.
If I came in,
If
yeah,
you
if the
just-
money fell ass backwards
Yeah.
into my lap, then I would
that
go
would
to
be the place.
Amsterdam.
Dude, it's so cool, and like you can have like a different Amsterdam experience depending on who you are. So it's like you can have the I smoke a ton of weed in like a coffee shop kind of experience, and it's
Yeah.
not that expensive, which is really cool.
Nice. It's right up my alley.
Yeah, or you can have like the rager going out and getting drunk. There's like a ton of absinthe there.
oh,
which
geez.
is
Isn't
like some-
absinthe kind of like a? It's not really. It doesn't really make you hallucinate, isn't it?
It doesn't make you hallucinate, but it makes
but
you drunk as
It
fuck.
makes you.
It does. It is. So
Dude,
it is stronger.
Me and Chris did it. There's
We
a
did go
bar
to
that right around from where I do comedy, and we did it one night. And I don't know if it was that night or I took a couple people. I took some
It
of
was us and Sebastian,
Sebastian. Okay,
and one
I
of
don't-
his friends.
Yeah, we got pretty. I don't think I
man.
actually did it that
We
night. I
got
made
really
those guys
fucked
do
up
it.
that night. No, we didn't drink the absinthe because we had gone previously.
The last time I
Yeah.
did it, I fell going up the stairs, like getting out of another place.
It's a different kind of drunk. It's like
it
a
really-
sloshy.
It
You're
feels
you're
like-
not even there.
It feels like you're on like
Maybe
cough
I should
medicine.
try this.
I don't
It's
know,
like
man.
it's like if you take a Tylenol with codeine type
Yeah,
of thing,
I felt like I was on the.
and you're drunk.
What do they call that? I'm glad you're not. We decided to let you smoke in the.
No, just that's only the initial inhale. I'm good now.
No,
But
be
no,
sure to
I need
cough
to
right
go-
into the mic.
Yeah,
No, you guys are making me laugh.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'll keep it away from the mic.
I do want to try. I do want to try absinthe.
We should take
Is
you
it
to the one in the
absinthe
city.
or absinthe?
Absinthe.
Absinthe.
With like a TH.
YN.
yeah.
The little
TH,
green
right?
fairy, but it's cool the way they make it. There's like this old school bar in the East Village that does it real like the right way. I don't know.
I mean,
who
I don't
the
know.
hell
It's like a
knows?
musty old lightless bar.
Yeah, it's very weird. Frank Sinatra used to work there.
It's a really
probably
cool
loves
spot.
it.
And they do this weird like sugar cube drip
yeah,
into the drink.
and
It's
they
pretty
light it
awesome.
up. And
Yeah, it's like a
it
fire.
seems like you're gonna do a drug.
It feels like a drug.
Yeah, and then
Does it?
Yeah,
It doesn't feel like
You're not like,
like
it's not like
regular
a regular.
drunk.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I always.
it's not
But
like
it's like sloshy, man. Like
but
you
there's
gotta,
like fake absinthe there too that people say it
well,
is.
it's not.
There's like some knockoffs.
All right.
But it's also not illegal. Like we were talking to the bartender at this place, and she's like, all that stuff about, it's gonna make you hallucinate, it's gonna make you see stuff. Like that's all nonsense. But it's just like Chris said. You're not really a drinker, but there's a difference. Like
The different alcohols have different kinds
Yeah.
of drunk.
Okay.
like if you have a few glasses of wine, like
I was just gonna say I don't really experience, and I've had I don't drink, but I've drank
Right.
numerous different things, and I've never noticed a different drunk from
yeah, I think it's
vodka
tough to-
or wine or beer. But I guess in my situation, it's not really.
And a lot of it's the environment too. If you're having like a couple glasses of wine, it's usually with like a dinner or something like
yeah,
that.
that's
it's like
true.
more
It's a little
quiet.
more classier.
But if you're like Croxley's having a few beers, yeah,
yeah,
it's a
I
different
hate
feeling.
beer though. Beer, like if I'm gonna drink, I'd rather have a mixed drink with like a vodka and Gatorade or something.
I can't do that. I can't
Classing
do
it up, a vodka.
I do.
Gatorade.
Vodka and Gatorade's my go-to mixer, and
What bar
I don't
carries
want
that?
none. That's why I don't go to bars and drink. But when I do drink vodka,
Let me know when you guys start.
it's usually at a
carrying it.
party
You
where I
guys
bring
got the
Tito's.
lemon lime or the fruit punch.
I bring some Tito's.
If you have Cool Blue,
the best one is the orange.
Yeah,
You could do lemon lime.
that's probably pretty good.
the orange is good though. I drink Tito's
I
and
like
orange
the-
Gatorade.
I used
You
to
guys
drink
can
orange
knock it, but you're
Gatorades.
getting electrolytes.
I don't knock it.
You're staying hydrated.
well.
You're staying hydrated, and you're still getting that drunk on.
electrolytes are the least of your problems.
Come on.
Electrolytes.
I've got the best blood pressure in farming.
yeah, I
Yeah, what do
forgot.
electrolytes even do?
I had people talk to me about when you said you had the best blood pressure. They were like,
Get
"There's
outta
no way
here.
that guy." Has
I swear to God, next time I go for my physical, I will post my.
Please.
I will post my blood
Okay.
pressure.
Good.
Last time I went, my doctor was shocked how good it was. So all those doubters, I'll fucking prove you wrong.
Nobody in a sweatsuit has ever had this good of blood pressure.
I'm not saying, but like again, I'm not healthy, but my blood
No,
pressure's
you're not.
okay.
but you really like blue.
I match.
Yeah.
Literally.
They both look disgusted with me right now.
No, we're never
No,
discussing
you're the
you.
best,
You're
man.
you're
But-
like a character.
So you had the red light
So I
district.
had the red light
you had-
district. We did a bar crawl in the red light district. It was
Ah, that
super
must have
cool,
been
man.
great.
Wow, we were out till like 4 a.m. Is fucking nuts.
Can I put you on the spot and ask
me
if you
on the spot.
partook in the pot?
We partook in the pot.
All right,
yeah.
good. That's what I like.
Oh,
to hear.
for sure. I
Was
had
it better or like what was it like?
You know, I'm not like a crazy smoker.
Yeah.
So I couldn't speak to
Who
the
is a crazy
quality,
smoker?
but I had like
Nobody I know.
the person next to me. I had one of them that I'd never had before. It's like a tobacco pot mix.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a spliff.
A
Spliff.
Yeah, a spliff.
Yeah. Was it in the papers or was it in like
it was
a
in a
Dutch?
paper.
Yeah, it's a spliff.
I thought it was interesting. Gave you like a different kind of high. My head kind of hurt a little bit.
Let's shout out. You know who used to smoke spliffs? Big Mikey G. Rest in peace.
That's right. Yes.
I smoked a spliff with him a week before that.
Yeah.
But he loved. He would roll up his cigarettes.
He would roll his
them
own
up his
cigarettes.
cigarettes and put a little bit of weed in it. And he'd go out and smoke. People were smoking cigarettes, and he's smoking the spliff. And it's like you think you smell it, but you don't really like it. Like you don't really notice it. It was great.
He
And
would
he would
roll it
always ask
right-
me to come out with him. Yeah,
He would roll it right at the bar at Croxley's in that corner
Yeah,
spot.
because it looks like tobacco. So he's rolling tobacco, and he would just throw a little bit of weed in there. Nothing
I miss
crazy.
that guy.
Yeah, dude, man. He's rest in peace, buddy. Nice little shout out.
Yeah.
But that's the first thing I think of when I think of spliffs.
Yeah, you're right.
That's pretty crazy, man. We met this like Dutch couple, and they were telling us that that's like what the locals kind of smoke.
That
So
makes
we're like,
sense.
We'll have,
Yeah.
we'll
Because
have
they
that.
probably roll up a bunch, and you could smoke it and not get retarded.
Yeah, but I don't know. It did something weird to my head. Like I didn't get high
Because you're
it's just
smoking
like,
tobacco too.
the
You got
tobacco
lightheaded.
Yeah, I got like
yeah.
a tobacco.
It's the nicotine
head.
that's making you lightheaded.
Yeah,
The
but
Dutch.
but otherwise, like the regular pot was
Potheads.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So the Dutch smoke spliffs?
I guess so.
So the freaky deaky Dutch smoke
freaky
spliffs.
deaky
They don't
Dutch,
smoke
man.
Dutches.
I smoke Dutches.
You smoke Dutches.
but I do like a good joint. I
Yeah.
don't smoke spliffs too.
Now,
I'll
what's
never
a
roll-
Dutch?
A Dutch is just a broken down cigar.
Oh,
that
okay.
you
All right.
Take out the
You know, like a Dutch master.
yeah, and you
Ton of tobacco
pack
going
it with
around there
weed.
too.
What, like
They
cigarettes? you're
love
saying?
cigarettes and cigars.
Anybody in Europe. Isn't
Yeah,
that a
they
whole
love that
European
shit,
thing,
man.
though?
Yeah.
That everybody in Europe
They
is
like
smoking?
fucking breathe in smoke.
Yeah.
That's like their shit.
I would be in heaven there.
Yeah, it's your,
You
it's your
would.
thing.
I shouldn't be in America. I should be in France.
Yeah,
even
Dude,
though I
one
hate
of the
French.
coolest things is like at these pot bars though, they have like the bar and it's like picture like an Irish pub, but you're smoking pot at it and they sell you coffee and like Coke and shit like that.
Yeah.
But then there's like
Coke?
some of them Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then some of them have like a hot box room in the back.
Really?
It's like all glass and it's not ventilated at all.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
that's not fun, though.
I don't like that.
Can I explain?
it
As
was
a
a little
pothead,
fun.
no, it's fun.
I've had
but
that.
like,
I've done that a few times.
a perfect example. Not too long ago, me and my buddy was smoking. It was pouring out, so we were in my car, and you couldn't even open the windows. Like it was literally
It was pouring.
pouring out. So we were basically smoked out my car. And I'm telling you, after like 5 or 10 minutes, me and him are looking at each other. I'm like, dude, I can't even do this anymore. There used to be a time back in the day in like high school and stuff that I could hotbox anything, smoke there, and even though all you're inhaling is smoke and everything, like you're sitting in
still
there
breathing.
loving every second of it.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy are in the car like, I need to crack a window, bro. I'm like, even when I'm not smoking, I feel like I'm inhaling it. I'm like
Yeah.
sweating. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's like-
I can't fucking do a non-ventilated smoke out. Like
Oh, that
that's
sounds
It's
awful.
not
It's
good
not
if
work
you're
anymore.
trying to like relax.
Yeah, because now I'm at
Doesn't
that
work
point in my
for me.
life where you're
No,
not
get all,
trying
like,
to get
paranoid and
fucked
shit.
up. Like I'm just trying
Yeah.
to smoke and enjoy my night.
Yeah.
So me
No,
and
I
him were
feel
laughing. I'm
that.
like, dude, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you and I were talking before B got here.
How it's not even legal, right?
It's not even legal.
Yeah.
Which is one
Oh,
of the
it's
weird
not?
things.
No.
So no, it's a common like Americans all think it's super legal there. It's not. It's tolerated by the Dutch government.
highly tolerated.
Highly tolerated. And there's like this kind of weird under the table gray area law that's like
Interesting.
you can't buy it commercially, but you can sell it if it's under a certain amount of grams.
Oh,
but if
wow.
it's over that, we won't really check kind of thing.
And then you're also allowed to buy it, but you can't really smoke it.
you
like,
can't smoke it outside of like the bars.
Yeah,
but you
there's,
can
like-
grow it in your house, but only a certain amount. There's a lot of
So there's
weird-
all these.
There's a lot of gray area,
There's a
and that's
lot
something I
of-
actually knew about too from
Yeah, I
Pulp
didn't know
Fiction.
that.
And I always thought it was a joke because they talk about in Pulp Fiction how when was it Vincent Vega went to Amsterdam and he came back and he's talking to Jules,
Royale with cheese.
the Royale with cheese, and they're having that whole conversation. They actually mention that it's not legal there, and he goes into the whole
Huh.
in and out of it.
I didn't see that.
You got to
I
watch
see
that
that,
scene.
yeah.
It's
But,
awesome. I mean, it's a great scene anyway, but that
I
reminded me
did this
of it.
whole tour of like a grow room, which I think you'd really like.
Love grow rooms.
Yeah, it
heard of
was
I've never been in one, but
Really fucking
Yeah. What is
cool,
a grow
man.
room
they
like?
grow
It's- It's just like UV lights, and like this one was a smaller one.
indoor grow
so it
room,
was just
right?
like imagine 2 rows.
Is it in a greenhouse? Like a.
No, it's in a basement.
yeah, it doesn't
Wow.
have to be in a.
Yeah, I guess it.
a heavy duty, like a nice, expensive one, would be in a greenhouse, but you could do it anywhere.
Yeah,
with
but
the
it was cool. You
lights.
paid like $3 to go into this basement grow room, and they gave you like a whole like they were kind of introducing you to like what the culture is in Amsterdam
Yeah.
with pot. And apparently, it's really like the
Economy
the
is
coffee
like,
shops there build up a customer base, and you trust that coffee shop because since it's not legal, it's not regulated.
yeah, and they
so
can come
you-
in and do whatever they want.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what you're
That
getting.
scares me,
So you
yeah.
have to like you can look up online like the ones that are legit and have good stuff, but there have been ones that have like it's bullshit weed basically.
Right.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not a matter of you're going to get something that's not. You're just not going to get.
It's not
quality.
gonna get good quality
Yeah,
for the money
it
that
could
you're
be
paying.
older. It could be bad quality.
I'm always afraid someone's trying to like spike my.
I had
No,
that
you
happen
know why
once
they
when I
won't-
was a lot younger.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
that shit
Yeah.
will happen in most things. Somebody just spikes something just to like fuck with people. But in
Yeah.
like a place where you're growing
But
it,
where it's-
the worst
yeah.
case scenario, it's probably going to be
It's
less.
just shit weed.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
bad weed. Is really
All
the
right,
simpleness
fair
of it.
enough.
The
But,
grow rooms are cool though. How they do it, they got to cross pollinate with the male
really cool,
plant.
man.
They go into like
I didn't
how
realize
you do
how
it.
much is in. Like,
Oh,
it's,
dude.
it's a whole process.
I don't know.
You can't just
anything
grow a
compared
plant.
to there's
Like-
people I know who like know tons about growing it, and it's like you get a female plant and then you cross pollinate it with these plants. And you
Right.
can only use this one, and it's just a whole, you know.
It's a whole system.
Yeah,
man.
the types of weed you get are all like people make the same weed as other
That's
people,
another
but they
thing I
don't
didn't
grow
know.
it the length of time, or they don't let it. There's just so much involved. They don't let it just. I forget what the word is when it's like done and you just let it basically dry out a little bit. They sell it a little premature.
Do
You
they,
age
like, age it.
Yeah, they almost have to age like to an extent. Like,
But
a
I
little
didn't
bit. They don't
realize
want it to
how
be
many
too wet.
different like strains and types there are. Where like you go into some of them, so there's like the coffee shops, which are basically a bar that you smoke in,
Yeah.
and then there's like stores for it that you could just buy it and take it back to your place.
Yeah.
there's menus, like pages long menus
of types
And it
strains.
tells you, like, what
and
you're
some of
gonna
them have
feel.
like ridiculous names, and they tell you what you're gonna feel and how hard it's gonna hit you, and like about how long it takes to hit you. And they sell
I
edibles
like
in some of
that.
these places.
See,
And
that's
is
the
it
cool thing.
accurate?
Well,
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
My girlfriend that I was with, it was her first time trying it.
Like pot in general.
In general, and the first place we went to, she took like the tiniest little, like, I don't even think she got any because she was so nervous about it. But then once she saw like the menus where you can, it gives you so much information.
That would
about
make.
it.
I would.
If
I would
you don't
smoke
know
pot
what you're
if I
doing,
had a menu.
Comforted. Yeah,
Yeah.
it made it like easier for her to try
Like
it.
someone like me, no matter what type I smoke, I'll be okay. But there are certain things that you may want to go for. If you're gonna go play around a golf, you don't want to smoke something that's gonna put you in the fucking couch.
Exactly. And
there's
there's those
weeds
different
that have
types.
the sativas and indigas, and one keeps you a little more energized. One will literally suck the life out of you. You know, and you'll just be.
I'm always worried when they say energized, they're gonna like. It's gonna make
It's
my
not like
heart
Coke
like,
energized. It
No,
just
it's
doesn't
like,
sedate you where you
it doesn't
smoke
Get
and you
really
still have
talky too.
Yeah, you
Like,
still
really
have like
wanna
a giddy
just
almost.
tell a story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
all right.
Like you still have energy to do things. You're high. You're feeling good.
Yeah.
It's more, you know,
Laughy.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Things
I
are
like,
fun.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
and then they
I
have
like
like
that.
the hybrids where at first it's gonna be nice. You'll be uppity about after you smoke it, and then like within an hour or so you'll start to come
Yeah, I
down.
haven't fucked with those.
And
I
that's
don't
like the
need
one
that
where it
in
like
my
puts you
life.
in like the couch, so
You're
to
in like
speak.
a coma.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just different
I
types.
only
and
like
Start
different
coming
companies.
out telling stories about your childhood, and then you just
Yeah.
stare at the wall on a couch. That sounds fun.
But you know what? A lot
happened
of
to
that
Mr.
comes from
Talkative?
people not knowing what they're smoking and how much they're smoking.
Yeah.
That's why, like, if you go to Vegas now, they have
Oh, because it's legal in Vegas.
it's
now.
legal
Yeah.
in Vegas. So when you go to somewhere where it's legal and you go into a huge pot store, like a shop,
Yeah.
they have bud tenders, they call them. And what they do is they'll basically tell you, what are you looking for? And if you say, I want something that's going to fuck me up, I want something that I have to do this, or
Yeah.
okay, this is what you want. And then they'll let you smell different strands. And, and then there's each weed does have its own, they're all individual plants. So it's like
Right.
they all have their own effects. But they crossbreed them with, you crossbreed this plant with that plant, you get this bud. So there's other people that are making the same types of weed with the same strands,
amazing.
but how you grow it will affect how good it is sometimes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff involved. It really is a science. I don't know anything about it really. Like I know a very, very limited knowledge of growing, but I'll smoke
It
shit
is
all
crazy.
day.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like I would do a lot better with pot if I had a menu that because I don't know what the hell.
But that's
I'm
what's good about
smoking.
legalizing it.
I know.
Because
I-
now you'll know what you're going to smoke, and you're going to know how much you intake. So, like when
Yeah.
you get edibles, they're breaking down edibles where you could cut them up, and
And
I'm
it's
only
exact.
it's
Yeah.
exact to what
Yeah.
you want. It's not some idiot who made a pound of broad, who
He's
put
probably
an
high
ounce
as
of fucking
fuck.
weed
Yeah,
while he
that's
was
why
making
in a
it, yeah.
ton of brownies, and now these people eat one brownie, and you're thinking you're eating a little bit, but you're really eating like a fucking eighth.
Or like you eat like a half of whatever your edible thing is, but that happened to be the half where all of it is because
Yeah.
it's not evenly distributed at all.
I've watched people who smoke tons of weed, eat a brownie, and be fucking paralyzed. 'cause
Dude,
they're getting it from somebody who made it.
One of the last time I ever smoked, we made like brownies in my house,
Yeah.
and we played wiffle ball, and I was midway through, something happened where I just couldn't feel any. It was the worst experience of my life. Like I just was like, I have to.
Unexpected high like that is
That's
like
the
the
best.
worst.
Oh, I didn't love it at all. And at that point, I was smoking a lot. I was smoking pot every day.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen people, who,
And it turned
doesn't
me
matter.
off.
Yeah.
That, and then I took a big bong hit one time,
But
that,
edible
like a water
pot's
bong.
so different
Huh?
It is,
than-
and that's what's
than
dangerous.
smoking.
Well,
pot.
yeah, it's
Because
I-
you'll
a
also
different
eat
drug,
something, it won't kick in right away. You'll think you're fine, eat a little more,
little more,
and then
yeah.
it fucking
Yeah.
When it does kick in, you're like, oh
You're
my
seeing
god.
shit.
not for
Yeah.
me, man.
Like,
I
yeah.
like old school. I'm old school over here.
But that's the one good thing about drinking. It's like for the most part,
You're getting the same. shit.
you know.
Well, you
what
also-
you have control over the intake a little more.
You
That's a good
know,
point, yeah.
because like we'll go out to some
Until you're
places
whacked.
and like I was somewhere recently and the guy gave me like a 13% beer and he was like, oh, this is really good, try
of
it.
those
And I'm like, and I'm sipping, I'm like, oh, it's good. And then I looked at the menu and like what it was 13% out. Like that's
It's like
a
a
normal, like
it's like a
7?
whiskey.
well,
I like a Guinness is
I
like
drink
4.
Guinness,
Oh,
which
4?
is
I don't
which is
know.
like a lower one.
Yeah.
You think
Guinness
it's
is lower?
Yeah, you think it's more.
Yeah,
but-
and it's actually
What's like a
one of the
Coors?
lighter,
Because Coors is like water.
like a Coors
that's,
Light.
that's,
is
yeah,
like
that's
4.
like 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Guinness is like a Coors almost?
Yeah, it's actually one
Yeah.
of the lighter beers
It's a light
too.
beer. It's
Isn't it a
Calorie-wise.
heavy, thick beer,
It
though?
just look.
It
It
looks
is.
it, but it's like I don't know.
It's like fooling you. It's
hard
like a
to
woman.
It's like the barley.
It's like you go out at night, you meet a girl, you wake up to somebody different.
Yeah, it's like that.
But a lot of people have Guinness and they think that they're like, and some people, I don't know. For me, like, I don't fill up heavy on Guinness because there's no carbonation in it. So, like, to
It's
me,
really smooth,
It's
yeah.
like I could drink that all night and I'll be fine. Some people have a couple and they're like, this is. And I don't know if it's just
I'm
like,
like that with Bud Light will fill me up like that.
yeah. Well, Bud Light would fill me up more than Guinness.
Oh, I
I'm
would
just
agree
saying,
with
like,
that,
even
yeah.
with Coors though, I
Yeah.
can't. Once I start
It's the
drinking a lot of beer, I'm
carbonation,
done.
too.
With carbonational, it's all right. You're better off just smoking your pot. And,
Yeah, if I was a drunk,
Yeah, you got to
picture
keep that
me-
blood pressure. Bro.
no,
As a
it's
fucking
the
drunk.
last thing.
No, you
But
got
you
enough
want to know
stuff
what's
going
funny?
on.
And this is just what I've been told, that I'm actually probably a happier drunk than I am a sober person.
I've seen you drunk a
I've
few
never
times.
seen
and,
you
and
drunk,
You're
actually.
not an angry drunk.
Yeah, like
you're,
I'm
you're,
a happy, lovable. Like when I'm drunk,
Oh,
I'm
can
not.
we experiment with this? I've never seen you drunk.
We'll get drunk maybe
All right.
one day on it. But think
We
about
got
when we were
drunk-
doing the show that one time and I was drinking a little bit. I'm
We
like
got
usually
drunk-
a pleasant drunk.
when Lou Vecchio came in,
Yes.
He brought champagne.
He
or
brought
something like that, right?
champagne.
Yeah.
And I was
and-
getting, I got a little loose.
yeah, you had like more than anybody.
All right. I'm gonna
You're
bring
like, "You're not
champagne.
Everything, bro. When I do everything, it's like 0 to
Yeah.
100.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
There's
Damn,
no
bro.
middle
All
ground
right.
with me.
Now I know. Next week I'm bringing champagne.
This
Yeah.
is my vice, though, is that everything I like, this is why I'm proud that, and people may not even believe this, I have never tried one drug other than pot.
Dude.
That's good.
With
Not
that,
even tried. I haven't
Yeah.
even tried coke. I've never tried shrooms.
You know what, man?
None of that.
I've always said that about like opiates.
when I was, no.
I've never. I know people
I've
who have
taken
gotten hooked
some
on that shit like
painkillers here and
after
there
surgeries
back in the day, but
I feel like
never,
if I ever tried it, I'd like it too much.
well,
It's probably fucking awesome.
At first-
if that many
Probably,
people
I
get
don't
hooked
know.
on it, it's probably fucking
here's my
awesome.
thing. I know I have
I don't. That stuff scares
my
me.
reason in
too.
Terrifies
high
me,
school
man.
was because I was more scared. I'm not gonna. I smoked pot and I wouldn't mind drinking occasionally.
Yeah.
But I was nervous to do like the heavier stuff when I was in high school. And then as I got older and I was a little more careless about certain, like, smoking weed and things like that, I never wanted to do it because I know how I am. And it's like I did with gambling. Anything I do, if I like it, it's
full clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get crazy with it.
Yeah.
So I always did get a little nervous if I tried any drug and I did like it,
Yeah.
I'd become a fucking drug addict.
Yeah. You have a different
Personality than most. So I'm probably better off that I've never tried any of that. But I've had plenty of vices. It's not like I've stayed clean of
Right.
a normal life, but it's just drugs have never been my issue. I just smoke a lot of pot and cigarettes. Like that's another thing. There's no in between.
And soda. You drink a lot of
You
soda.
drink a lot.
Anything
of
I do,
soda, bro.
if I like sports, I like them heavy.
Yeah.
Like everything
You
I
don't.
do.
You're not like
a half-ass person.
yeah.
I may be lazy, but once I commit to something, I'm all in.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
only thing you're lazy about is like just in general. Like everything else, you're.
That's why when
But
people
if it's,
say, "Oh,"
if it's a specific thing, he's like,
yeah,
but
he's
that's
a big fan.
that's
of
why I always
everything.
laugh because people tell me like, I was like, I never half-ass. Never. No matter what I do, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
If
Just
I
sometimes
don't
you're
want to
not
do
doing
it, though, I am as lazy
Right.
as anybody.
Right. Even if you're doing nothing, you're really doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're
yeah,
going
when I'm
harder.
saying I'm doing
doing
nothing, I'm
extra
not like
nothing.
cleaning up around the
Yeah.
house, just not doing anything. I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
In my fucking bed watching TV or a car watching TV.
Yeah.
1 foot out.
With 1 foot out,
Oh,
sleeping.
God.
So I think that's,
Fucking awesome,
but
dude.
that's interesting. So
Well,
what else is going on?
So after that, I went to Cologne, which is a city in Germany.
Yes.
And they do beer there that's like only there. Like it's
Ooh.
super weird. It comes
well, it's
in
just
like
their own
this-
beer. That's not. Is that weird?
But you can't get it.
Well,
They don't.
you-
I'm
like,
assuming they don't ship it out.
They don't ship it out, but like companies here try to replicate it, but it's not the same thing. They serve it to you in like a glass this big. It's like half a pint, say,
Okay.
and it's so light and drinkable and smooth and like uncarbonated. They just keep serving it to you, and they cost like $1.50 each. And
It's got alcohol?
it's got alcohol, but you're drinking so little of it at a time that it doesn't really hit you that hard
Until you pound it.
until you pound it. Yeah. So basically, these guys come around with like a tray of it at all times, and they make commission off of how much they serve you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No wonder why they
So
keep feeding
you
you.
put your glass down with like this much left, like the
fill
little
it.
bottom pit. Bam, new
Yeah.
cup.
So it's like you're just constant. It's like you're hotboxing.
Basically, and
with
then
drinking,
they make a
just
marking
nonstop.
on your coaster with tally marks how
So
many
they
you've
know how
had,
many-
and then at the end, bro, they just fucking tally it up.
That's
and
their life,
just
like the
how much-
livelihood,
and
man.
They make commission. And sometimes, so like to end it, you have to put a coaster down. But if you don't put a coaster down fast enough, they'll tell you no.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
they'll be
what do
like-
you mean? Like,
Like
I
you put a
missed
coaster
that.
on top
You
of the
put a coaster
glass?
on top of your glass, and if you don't put it down in time before they see you, they're like, no, we're gonna serve you one more. Super
That's what I like.
aggressive.
Make your money and don't let people tell you they're not buying something.
Super
That's a
aggressive,
salesman
man.
right
That's
there.
a salesman right there. 'cause
Always
they're
be
making
closing.
commission on that shit. But the main thing I want to talk
Greasy
to you guys
salesman.
about: what is the weirdest food you've ever eaten?
You're asking me the wrong person because I
know,
don't try.
You don't try
weird
things.
food.
That doesn't shock.
I
me.
barely eat.
You're a chicken tenders guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really am. I don't know about you, B, but I am completely picky. So chances are anything you've tried has been something I
I
wouldn't
ate
try.
some weird shit on this trip. What about you, B?
I had this isn't weird. But it was a different like if the only thing that jumps out at me now because I'm a lot like Chick. But one time I was in I went to Yellowstone and we went fly fishing, right? And they have these things over there called rainbow trout.
Ugh.
And I'm not a fish person. I don't eat
eat fish at all.
But it was part of the experience. So we caught the rainbow trout there on this lake and then grilled it up right there. And,
that's
and
badass.
ate it. Now I know for most people be like, oh, that sounds cool, but
Trout isn't that weird.
But to me,
Yeah,
That was
I,
weird.
get, I
that's,
get it.
That's the extent of where I go. Okay, I am a very meat and potatoes guy. So
I
that-
wouldn't even
literally.
eat venison because it's
Oh
not-
God, no!
Oh, I'm
I would
about
never
to.
eat.
But like I know
Blow
people who
your
are
mind.
like,
Can I tell you the best steak I've ever had?
well, that's what I heard.
horse.
oh come on,
That's gross.
I had a
giddy up yourself out of here.
Yeah,
Gross.
I don't even know if I
Nope.
want to finish this
Nope.
fucking
Yeah.
podcast.
I
with
had
you.
a horse steak.
Is this
Stop
what you
it.
just ate, or
Yep.
you? Okay,
Is
Yep.
this is what you're?
It's like a Dutch thing. Like
Ugh.
they eat it.
horse.
What part of the horse?
I don't know.
I love horses
Probably
too.
the leg.
I
I like horses too.
So nice.
I like horses
let
too.
'em
They're great.
ride them.
And they're
That makes me
delicious.
so angry. Not angry. I'm not gonna be lying, but it's just
So
All
gross.
tender from all the fat asses that have been
I
riding
feel like
them.
that's such a
Super tender.
muscular animal that it
is.
wouldn't even be
Yeah.
good.
No, but you know what
Chewy.
though?
What
It's
do you-
kind of greasy.
Oh,
It's delicious. A lot
I
of
don't
flavor.
even think nothing about a horse looks good to eat. Nothing about it seems good
guys
to
don't
eat.
know.
I
Like
feel like you're eating nothing but tendons.
No. it's-
yeah, like muscle. Like
No,
it's like
man,
you got
it's
to
a real
train right
good-
through that.
Real good juicy steak.
Stop saying
Horse.
juicy when it comes to
Yeah,
horse.
stop.
Real good. Some
Gross.
onions on top. It's
Oh,
amazing.
God.
Big thing.
Oh.
Give me a normal cow, a fat fucking
Yeah,
cow.
All
give me
right,
a
so cow. Another thing that they eat there that I tried, calf liver.
But see, these things aren't as crazy. I thought you were going to be coming at me
No,
with
no,
some
I'm
snails,
saving the last
oh,
one
all
for.
right.
Oh, I've had snails before. That's not crazy. That's like
So you'll eat anything.
that's
huh?
average French right there.
But I'm
man.
saying you'll eat anything.
yeah, I'll eat whatever the fuck. I'll try whatever they eat there. I like to really like
Get into the
get
culture.
into.
Yeah, all right,
I don't want to go
get it.
somewhere and eat like what I eat at home.
Normally, I would agree with you. It depends where and what.
It
you eat.
depends.
I mean, listen, they had like non-horse options.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm at a place and I'm like, oh,
If I'm on a place I see horse on the menu, I'm walking out
yeah, goodbye.
Oh well, you're not eating
because I don't
anywhere
trust
in
any of the
fucking
meat I'm
Amsterdam,
eating
bro.
there.
No, I wouldn't eat.
Well,
meat
that's
for
what
the
a lot of like online things will say. Like if you're getting a steak, it's could be horse.
Yeah. Okay. So
Wait, what do
that
you mean?
means I
In
eat nothing
general
but grilled
or
cheese
only
sandwiches.
there?
Like if they don't specify and it's just like steak, it could be horse.
because it's
like
cheap,
in-
gross,
it's there,
greasy.
in your
meat.
Oh,
meat, like in-
there.
yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like even in the U.S. I'm
Yeah,
like,
at
No,
Applebee's,
no, no,
I
you never
barely
know.
eat steak as
No,
it
I don't
is.
think you
I'll
can
never
eat
eat it
horse.
again.
Yeah, I don't think you can eat horse in the
No,
US.
you
I don't know if
definitely
Yeah,
can't.
because we're like civilized culture.
Yeah.
we just don't have enough horses. But
We have plenty.
I'm
of
sure
horses.
we got plenty of horses.
but
Gross. It's like
All right,
eating
so
chick.
calf liver. But here,
It's real
better-
greasy
It's
and-
better than eating chick. Though.
No, I'm probably great.
probably pretty
He's
fatty.
probably marbled.
Maybe if you eat it and aged
Yeah.
and smoked.
Oh,
Smoked
so what?
for years.
It actually tasted good.
It's delicious.
Do you dip it
I got
in something?
twice.
Does it
No,
come with
it
a side
comes,
of
it comes
hay?
marinated.
Ugh.
Like
Does it look like a horse?
No, it looks like a steak.
So you wouldn't know the difference if they didn't tell you it was horse.
If they didn't tell you it was horse, you'd
You
be
would
like,
totally
"This is
know.
an extra juicy steak."
No, you wouldn't.
You would.
You would be like, "This is greasy." I already know.
What part of the horse is it? Do you know?
that I don't know.
You know what it is? You have
but
too
it
much
came
of
with
an
like
open mind.
caramelized onions on it and stuff. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
because they have to cover
See,
it.
they do have to cover it with
like,
other stuff that's
so
not
fucking
nasty.
good.
You
bro.
get a real steak made out of beef. They don't have to cover it with onions.
We eat like children. Me
Yeah,
and
we
Dave.
do.
We
But
really
you know what?
do.
We also don't eat horses. Though.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'm saying. You know what the funny? I'm like sitting back thinking about this, and I'm like, I am the wrong person to ridicule anybody's eating habits because
you gotta try
I
it.
went
You're
to my
there,
brother.
man.
When my brother went to in Florida, he got married in Florida, and
tried crocodile?
Shout out, Rich. And
I love these shout outs.
I just say, I think about him, shout him out. DJ Richie Rich.
All right,
But,
continue.
Was the laugh
Jesus.
part of his name or
No. When I remember eating at his wedding. I didn't want to eat my main meal. Like I forget what it was. It wasn't that great. I wasn't thrilled. So I basically went around to all the kids, fucking.
Yeah, this
that,
chicken isn't
my
fried.
little cousins and all them, and I was like, let me get some of your fries, let me get some of your chicken, and everybody's just laughing at me because that's basically what I ate that whole fucking night.
God, so
I'm
gross.
a simple American who
We
just
know
wants-
you're simple. I love how you have to go on a tangent to explain what we
Come
all.
on, listen,
Yes.
I'm-
I go on a tangents for everything.
Like we're surprised you went to a wedding and couldn't eat the adult meal.
You guys got chicken fingers.
Jesus Christ! I can't believe you took us there just to find out that you
you
ate
know
chicken
what?
fingers at a wedding.
I'm sorry.
Jesus, let's get back to this guy eating horse.
Shit. That's not even the weirdest
Oh,
one. I'm
Yeah,
saving
so
the
what's
best
next?
for
Fuck,
last.
I'm moving on from
right.
the horse.
This one in Germany, they call it heaven and earth, but they say it in German. I don't know what the fuck it says. But blood sausage.
Well,
This has a crazy name.
Blood sausage is over here. I've seen.
Do we have that?
Yeah.
Blood sausage.
What
on
is blood
top of, like
sausage?
a
Gross.
mashed potato thing.
But
Amazing.
what can someone explain this to me?
Delicious.
I'm sorry. What is it?
It's like intestine and blood.
Wait, it's actual blood?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I have a couple family members that have eaten blood sausage.
Yeah, it's like intestine.
You
and
can get that
blood
over
in,
here.
like- yeah, I guess you can probably.
Yeah.
get it
Who
over
the
here.
fuck wants to eat
It's
that?
delicious.
Not me.
But why like
Stop saying
lot
it's
of
delicious.
flavor.
Who
It's-
wants to
it
eat
tastes
something
like
that-
everything.
A lot of
It's
flavor.
one thing
dude.
if it's called blood sausage and it's just a sausage
No, it's
and then
blood.
whatever. But the fact that there's actual blood in there, it's fucking
I don't think
disgusting.
is there actual blood in there?
I think it's yeah.
Oh.
Is he
It's made
wrong?
of, like,
is everybody gonna?
intestine.
Are we gonna get?
we're gonna have to.
we have to
Can
clarify
you guys,
this.
Can you guys Google it? My thing's.
B. That's on you.
Yeah.
I just don't
All
feel
right.
like doing it.
Continue.
Yeah, I'm
to
pretty
talk.
sure there's like intestine in it.
But I
Does
I-
it taste like whatever the
It tastes
animal
like
ate?
meat.
What animal?
Well, they like
intestines?
fry it, so I don't know. Fucking know.
Well,
What
you
do mean
should
they
know.
fry? You should know.
Bro, it's all in German. I don't read that shit.
Yeah, but you don't ask the waiter or waitress
No,
to
I just
explain
try
it.
things, man.
Yeah, but, like, you don't wanna know
this
what
one,
you're
actually,
trying?
So this city in Germany that I went to, Bourdain did an episode from, and I love Bourdain's parts.
Oh
on
my
there.
god, blood sausage is fucking gross. It looks like what
delicious, man.
fucking a hacked off fucking penis.
You guys can fucking
Yeah,
know
it really
anything.
does.
It's amazing.
It looks like.
It's often called blood pudding in
Blood pudding in Britain, yeah.
Sausages filled with blood,
But
that
this
are
was in, like,
cooked
a
or
patty.
dried and mixed with a filler until they are thick enough to solidify when cooled.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Mix
What
that.
variants are found worldwide. Pig,
Mashed
cow,
potatoes.
sheep, duck, goat blood can be used. That is fucking
Pig
disgusting.
So good.
How did it take you so? Did you find it, Big? Are you
I,
looking
I'm
at it?
because
No,
I'm reading
asking.
it. All, like,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm ready to throw up.
Dude, it's gross. It doesn't even
You guys
look
don't even
good.
fucking know, man. It's delicious.
Pine nuts, raisins, spices, and pig snouts.
See, the
No,
Italians
thank you.
got it right. Regular fucking spicy sausage, regular sausage, sweet sausage. That's
Sausage-
it.
But sausage in general is gross. Even
So-
if you think
first of all, yeah, if you're
like,
gonna eat a
that is-
sausage, why
like,
not eat a blood?
I get it, but I'm not going to eat the dried up fucking blood from a
No,
fucking
you're
pig.
right. I'm not doing that
Fried.
either.
They fried it. It's amazing.
I don't care if they fried.
Yeah, I really don't care about anything. It just somebody else's blood skeeves me out.
Here's
Yeah,
the
especially
weirdest
some
one.
animal that's been
that-
grazing
Yeah.
in the
My
Amsterdam.
mom actually got mad at me for this. There's
Germany.
another thing that the Germans eat. It's like an appetizer
Why'd she get mad?
because she didn't really get mad.
Oh,
She was
all
like,
right.
"I can't believe you ate that."
Oh,
kind of
all
thing.
right. I thought she was like, it was like offensive.
It's
This
like
is
a,
all
a piece
offensive.
of sourdough bread.
Oh,
Right?
God. What's gonna happen?
What's wrong with sourdough bread?
Because I know something.
I'm not even a huge fan of sourdough, but that's just the least of my issues going on.
No,
with
because
this.
I know something is.
Yeah, something's following
they,
it.
What?
Oh, this
They
is the
leave it
worst
out
one,
in the
no.
rain. And somebody takes a shit on it, and then a cow. You put a cow hoof on it. I don't know what. God, I'm so grossed out with you.
is.
Yeah, you disgust me right now, Chris.
Raw minced pork.
Raw pork?
Yep.
None of that sounds
with
good.
with chopped red onions on top.
Stop telling us what's on it.
Yeah, because
that
they-
No,
doesn't
that's
mean
part
anything.
of the dish. It's part of the
Yeah,
dish.
I know it's part
Everything
of the dish.
has to be
But
chopped
once
red
you
onions.
say what the meat and potatoes of the fucking the
Yeah.
sick shit you're eating is.
Yeah, we don't
I
care.
don't want to hate. I don't care what
we
the,
don't care
the
about your
fucking,
sides.
Fucking good.
It came with a side of Brussels sprouts.
It came with side of Brussels sprouts and fries. It had mashed potatoes and fucking goat dick.
So gross. What was it? Minced.
Raw minced pork.
Ugh. Raw pork.
I hate raw. I don't even like raw burgers
Well, you
or
should
raw steak. No, but I'm saying like I
What,
don't
are
even
you
want.
telling me you shouldn't have raw burger? You're
Raw
minced
pork.
pork?
you shouldn't
You
eat raw
basically
pork
just
either,
you
but I
basically
tried
bit
it.
the side of a pig. You
Basically,
filthy
yeah.
fucking
You
guy.
minced it up.
Yeah, and it was
It's
amazing.
so gross.
And it was
You know what
really
I picture
fucking
them
good.
doing when they say mince?
You're the kind of guy
It was
that.
filling.
All right, hold on. You're the kind of guy though. I know who you are.
You know me. You know what I.
You're the kind of guy. If you got it somewhere, if you had that taste anywhere else, you'd be like, "This is disgusting. Get it away from me."
But because he's
But
in,
because you're there
Probably.
and it's part of the
I tried it.
experience.
I've tried things that I didn't like.
The experience doesn't do much for me.
It doesn't
Where
either
I'm
to
like,
me.
See, the experience
I'm like,
does
yes.
a lot for me. There's things like if
I
like
need to have that minced
if a
raw
bar around
pig.
here served that, I wouldn't order it.
Of course you wouldn't.
But because it's like a thing there, but you see like locals there.
it's not a thing there. It's just because other countries are fucking weird.
No, but that makes it a thing there. Like,
That was the worst thing. I don't mean that.
like
I
no,
love
they
other
are.
countries.
They're super weird.
No, but they're just different.
But,
It's just different.
But it's like it's a thing. Like you see like locals eat it. It's an appetizer there. It's like a
Do you guys watch Billions?
no.
You watch it, right?
No.
There was this thing they see. Then it doesn't even matter. But there
No,
was
but I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
just this
please.
one episode where they eat something, and it's an actual meal that people eat. I think it's like a rare bird, and when you eat it, you have to put a napkin over your
Yeah, I've
head.
heard
Oh,
about
I've
this,
seen
yeah.
that on
Yeah,
American
I
Dad.
forget what it's called. It was I don't know. It was from a couple
Yes,
seasons ago.
I know.
But like that's something that I was almost expecting him to say. But that's something where it's illegal, I think, to eat in certain places or make. But that's why they cover their faces as it's like a traditional thing where
like
you
some-
want to
yeah.
like
The last-
hide yourself while you eat it.
The last 20 minutes, I want to hide myself listening to what he ate. The last 20 minutes should be illegal. Everything you ate, horse, minced raw.
probably here.
All I'm picturing with the minced raw fucking pork is that they're taking a pig as is and they're just like
They're just
grinding
chopping it
him.
up, yeah.
They
Through,
probably
like, a
don't even
cheese
kill
grater.
the pig. They probably put a grate on him.
Yeah,
like,
they're
and
just
he's like,
grating the
"Argh."
fat off
Even
of
better,
them and
super fresh.
fucking.
Oh, gross.
They're just they're bacon bits.
Super fresh.
God, I hope PETA comes and takes you away and locks you into a dungeon.
I hope PETA gives this show some publicity.
Yeah, that would be great.
No, that'd be horrible, man. That's a lot of 1-star ratings.
No, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
they-
It's
I
just
don't-
it's bad publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Imagine if you tanked the show, you eating raw pig tanked the show.
That's what does it.
I would be so
That's the
pissed.
one thing.
Like you filthy motherfucker.
He ate horse. Gross.
So what else is? Did you eat anything else, or
Yeah.
what else
That's
happened
like
on this
the peak
vacation?
of the weird shit.
All right, and what about? So you smoked some pot, you ate some weird
ate some shit, I drank
None of this.
A lot of good beer and wine.
All right.
And like,
And
we
you
just
guys had
the
a good
best
time, though?
Yeah, had the best time.
Any other weird stories? I think about European vacation and just running into awkward and weird people.
Yeah.
Any of that happen?
You know what?
See, Chris, this is the thing with you. You live a more constructed life than us. Like if me and Chick went there, we'd have terrible issues that happened to us before we even got out of the airport. Like you
yeah,
seem,
we find ourselves in predicaments that just like are abnormal and shouldn't be going on.
you get yourself right in the straight and narrow, and you
And he's
you figure it
engulfed
out.
in the culture.
I figure it
Yeah,
out.
you figure it out.
You
You're
know
like, all
what
right,
I will
we'll have
say,
the
though,
horse.
I've had.
Me and
He's
Chick
not
would
going to
make.
eat the horse and start a riot in the place
Yeah. Start a
because of
riot.
it.
We'd be calling home like they got a horse. We got to get out of here.
I would get arrested smoking pot on the side with a hooker or some shit like that.
This was the first time I went away in a while, not by myself. And when I'm by myself, I'm like more. I'll get into some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like doing.
You
the
were, yeah, you were
backpacking.
with your
Christ.
girlfriend.
What do you
so-
eat? The cowboy and the horse?
No, but I'll do like when I got almost robbed in Prague.
Okay.
I threw myself into a bad situation.
Right.
Like I shouldn't have been.
So
there.
you sort of were watching
but
out
like
for your
you
girlfriend.
can't.
Yeah, he's got his lady
Like
to
we
protect.
were in Paris during like those protests.
Yeah.
Right. And every part of me as me wants to like just take my camera and go
Go into the
watch
protest and see
and
what
just go
happens.
take a couple pictures, right?
Yeah, and just hang out
like be a
and-
part
yeah,
of it
see
and
what
see what's
happens.
happening, right?
Right.
If I were there by myself, I would have done that.
Yeah.
But
That makes
like when
sense.
you're with someone, like
Who doesn't want to do that? Especially at your girlfriend. You
Yeah,
don't want to
like, you
embarrass
don't wanna,
yourself.
like-
do that stuff.
you just don't.
I get-
wanna-
I get
yeah.
that.
So like, there's those.
We
So
gotta-
next
situations that
time
you're
we
going
go
into.
away, we
But
got to
we should-
come with me or
You're
something.
a better
we should do
person than
something like
us.
that, and,
We're
like-
saying you're a better person.
even
Yeah,
like
I was just gonna
Amsterdam.
say, don't take offense
No,
to
I'm
that.
not taking offense. Like I even felt with this like I love doing pub crawls abroad, and usually by myself. Like I'll find myself out till like for like the next day.
I
Right.
want to start traveling by myself.
It's the fucking
It's the best.
bomb,
and it
dude.
gets me
It's
nervous
the
because I don't
best.
know what I'll get into.
But I'm
That's
usually
the
like I'm
best
making
part.
No, I know,
friends
I
with
know.
people, and
Yes.
they're like fucking freaks
Yep.
that I wouldn't let in my house,
I'd be
but
the
they're fucking
guy-
awesome.
Yeah.
But like with her this time, it's like, those
No,
people
that
are
makes sense.
like
You can't go
uh,
into the red light district and be like, let's
well,
go
we did-
double
like,
team
we-
this hooker.
No, you can't do that. But we did walk through.
Depends what woman you have.
But, like,
I have
you
a few
can't-
women I know that will.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
gotta, yeah. But like they like
Wait, who are
you
they?
can't be so openly
You know who
like,
they are.
oh, let's just meet a bunch of weird like Australian dudes. Like you just can't,
No, I know.
you
I
know,
get
like there's the like different shit
Yeah.
you can do.
it. You know,
You have a different kind of trip.
yeah.
Plus,
that's
it's
what I was just
also a
gonna
little
say.
more romantic.
Oh, it
you
was
know,
a lot
I
more
asked
romantic.
him. I said, "Did you get
That's
engaged by
the thing.
the
candle, little
That-
blood
it was
sausage.
a lot more
blood
romantic,
sausage?
man.
I'll show you the real blood sausage
have-
later, honey."
They got they got a these like I don't know where they fucking come from, but they're like Nigerian dudes just underneath.
They come
Eiffel
from
Tower.
Nigeria.
No, I don't know. Like they're so aggressive.
Come from
And
Alabama.
they're like under the Eiffel Tower, and they're just trying to sell you wine, and they're just
Oh,
bottles
geez.
of wine.
yeah.
But they're like $3, so you just fucking pound them. But that's like, it's romantic sitting under the.
I'm sure.
Well,
it
that's
is.
what I
like
said. I thought you were going to
different-
come back
something
engaged.
Did you
that I
try
wouldn't
any,
do by myself.
Did you I don't know if I'm speaking out of terms here.
So,
Did you
speak
try
out of
any moves in a public place,
Moves in a.
like making love underneath the Eiffel
Like,
Tower
hey,
next
baby.
to the hey
Yeah.
baby?
Is that the move you're talking about? No,
Basically, did you
I
stick
didn't,
your hands down your girlfriend's pants under the Eiffel
yeah,
Tower?
I mean, not under the Eiffel
Oh,
Tower.
yeah.
but, like, you know, out and about?
Does she listen to this show?
No, probably not.
Tonight you're gonna eat the horse and you're gonna ride me.
Watch out, Chris. I'm going to sit on your face.
Oh, gross.
I don't even know.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't
What do
even
you
I know
mean?
that.
You know what that means. Come on. Am I the only freak in
Yeah, that
here?
wasn't even funny though.
No, but I was just I didn't know where that was.
That wasn't even a metaphor.
All right, sorry. I just got real blunt there.
I'm gonna eat the horse and ride you. Yeah, and I'm gonna fuck your face. We're gonna sex.
Come on, sweetheart.
Come on, baby.
I'll show you the real blood sausage. Oh. I hope she doesn't listen to this.
Yeah.
So you didn't get engaged?
So you had a good time.
I had a great time.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, we're glad to have you back.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
we
glad
are.
to be back.
That was a
man.
nice while. About 2 weeks you
It
were
was
gone or
a,
something?
it was a 2 weeks. I was raring to come back and like let's kill this shit.
That's why America's
we got
the best.
momentum. We got momentum. On
America's
this
the
thing, man.
best because no matter when you go away, no matter where you are, you want to come back.
No, if this show
Yeah, but
took
do you
place
think
somewhere
people-
else, I'd be just as eager to go there.
Do you think people from Europe go, they live there and they come to America, they're like, I can't wait. I can't believe I'm going back home.
Yes, they should.
Such an American thing to say.
Dude, that's
Fucking
real
America.
American.
Everybody
I
just
will
wants
say,
to get
dude,
home at the
you
end of a
You get
vacation.
to the airport in Europe and it's so like nice. Everyone's so fucking welcoming. You come back to JFK and we land right, and you got a taxi for like 25.
Can I tell you that's my
Hold on.
favorite part of vacation?
Taxiing
No,
on the
no.
runway?
Finish and then I'll
You
tell
come
you.
back and the first announcement, I'm telling you, the airport I flew back from, it's like the number 5 airport in the world. It's pristine, right? You come back to JFK and like they unlatch the door, but we're not allowed to leave yet. And the first thing that happens is this lady, like you could tell she's a big woman.
Yeah, you can
Gets
tell by her
on,
voice.
gets on the
Don't
she's
make
got
fun
like
of big people.
She's got a hearty voice, man. She's got a lot of love going on.
Yeah.
Right? She gets on the thing. She's like, everybody, and I flew a foreign airline, so like there's a lot of people coming to America probably for the first time. And everybody, you gotta watch out. We got a leak in the tunnel.
Oh, Jesus.
So when you're walking, it's slippery. So when you're getting off the plane, you lift up your bag, otherwise it's gonna get wet. And this is like we're home.
We're
And
back,
we're
baby.
back, baby.
Home sweet home.
Home sweet home.
But that brings me to my point that when you go away, right? You go in, it's always a nicer, like just New York. Like when you come into this melting
Oh
pot
my God.
shithole
The first
fucking
thing they
airport.
see is Penn Station.
I just think it's one of my favorite things. It's like, oh, I'm home because you just taking that
You
big,
can
big
smell the
whiff of
piss
the
on the
pollution,
floor.
Yeah, you
fucking
smell
piss and
that
shit
smog.
fucking everywhere.
There's that homeless guy in the same spot as when I left.
People with no care in the world for anybody else but themselves.
Yeah.
That's the other. It's like, oh, I'm home.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part.
What do you
It's-
greet
No,
people
it
at the
is
airport?
nice,
It's
dude.
different than when like
It's-
everybody's out. So when you go somewhere else, it's
Yeah.
so much politer.
There is something special about New York. It's like
It
a
is.
special kind of like everyone's aggressive.
Yeah.
And like it smells, but it smells like New York.
Everybody's on
It's
edge,
fucking-
man, and I think that's why
and it
I'm on
moves so
edge. I
much
fit
faster.
right in.
Yeah, you do.
I will on the way there, and this was I wanted to text you guys this. We took the train to Penn and then like the shuttle to Newark, and we stopped in Penn to pee.
Jeez,
and,
you left from Newark?
it fucking sucked.
Ugh.
It was like $100
Why the
cheaper.
fuck would you
It was
leave?
$100 cheaper though.
You know what?
Listen,
$100.
and I was just gonna say, and I'm no one to speak about just spending money, but if I feel like for $100, it's not worth
It was
going
That's
more
anywhere.
than-
aggravation.
It was
And
more
then-
than that though. When we booked it, my girlfriend had just started her job.
Okay.
And she wasn't going to be able to get out early. And since then, she got a promotion, and now she's kind of like a boss, so she can leave whenever she
All
wants.
right.
So the last
Shout
flight
out
of
to Chris's
JFK
girlfriend.
Yeah, she crushing it.
Congratulations.
The last
You
flight
seem
out
like
of
you're really in
JFK,
love this episode.
You should have popped a question at
Oh,
the Eiffel
maybe.
Tower.
It wasn't
Should've.
like late enough. So the latest flight out of Newark was good. But anyways,
All right.
I go to pee in the Penn Station bathroom.
Always a treat.
Always a treat. As I'm going in there, there's like cops running in. So I'm like, I'm gonna hold back for a second. And
I would've
I got
walked
my
right in.
bag right. There's like no, they're telling us not to come
Oh,
in too.
alright.
Like there's like 5 of them, and like one of them standing outside saying can't come in. Homeless guy died in the stall.
Oh,
My God.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Rest in peace, homeless man.
It was weird, man.
At least he was
I had to
indoors.
hold my pee.
Ugh.
Oh God, Chris.
No, it is
Some guy just fucking died and he's got to hold his piss. What an inconvenience.
Oh, he could have
It's
died
inconvenient.
outside. He could have died in his house,
Come on.
out in the streets.
You fucking
Got a box
ruthless.
with his name on it, man.
Had to die on my flight home.
He probably had that Penn Station sushi. That's what probably did him.
Probably what it did. Have we talked about that?
I've
I don't think you've ever been more mad at me.
yeah. Speaking of gross things, we were in Penn Station one time, and he went to
It
the
was
Penn
like
Station
1 a.m.
like 1 a.m. and he's eating sushi from Penn Station.
He seems. I'm not surprised by the eating
was
habits
fucking
now of you.
delicious.
When I like,
It's a known brand.
is it wrong to say that you disgust me when it comes
No,
to your
it's
eating
fine.
habits?
No.
Isn't it
You don't
funny?
disgust me as a
It's all right.
person, but your eating habits disgust me.
I eat pretty healthy regularly, but I like to try shit.
All right. I think people even eat healthy disgust me. Sometimes.
Some healthy food's
Yeah.
gross, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some healthy food is nasty. I drink
I'm
that
just-
kombucha shit.
I guess
that's,
I'm the
that's
wrong
fucking
per-
disgusting.
It's disgusting. Everything's gross.
There's like growing shit in it. It's
Yeah,
delicious.
there's nothing. Healthy food, unhealthy food. It's all gross. There's nothing good.
The craziest shit happened to you when you got home. Fucking homeless man dying in the bathroom.
No,
That's
that was
crazy.
That was
way
on the
there.
way there.
Oh, that was the way
Yeah.
there. I'm sorry, I missed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But what about you, B? Do you have anything good going on this week?
I did. I texted you guys, so I had that Wonderland Phil show at QED,
Yes.
and I don't know, on the last episode, a couple episodes ago.
I think it was 2.
Yeah. So, old friend of the of my text messages, Tim Dillon.
Timmy D.
Big Timmy D.
This guy, if you don't remember, he canceled 2 hours before my Croxley show. I was going to
Nice
pay him.
guy.
I was paying him a lot of money, and
Had some industry stuff to do.
had his name on the poster and all this stuff. I badmouthed him all over town,
All over the show.
everywhere, on 2 different podcasts.
One of your
BB
friends
sent them a
shit
nice
on him
little
on Twitter.
tweet.
Yeah.
My friend, exactly. I'm about 20 minutes from starting my Wonderland Phil show on I guess a couple Sundays ago, and I get a message from him saying, "Hey, dude, any chance you have room for me on the show tonight?" And I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!"
And can I tell you? And this
So
is
like
where
a
we
man,
have
you
the
said
problem.
no.
It's so
Who am I?
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Who am I not to have him on my show?
And can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
You stuffed that one kid who's a loser from coming on your shows, right?
What?
Yeah, we're talking.
Oh,
different situation.
Different, but listen. Let me get to. I'm going to bring it back.
That makes
full circle.
zero sense.
My point is, you
First of all,
obviously
wait a
have a
second.
backbone.
No. You're talking about a guy
You're talking about someone
that's 50
who's
years
got
old
issues.
and doesn't.
Let me come.
He's not a
full circle.
comedian.
Let me come full circle.
Okay.
My problem with this whole
can't wait.
situation is that just because this guy's famous,
Yes.
somewhat famous, we'll call him,
He's pretty-
fuck him. He's a C-list fucking famous.
Pretty famous. He had a really great tweet this
pretty
week.
Listen,
too.
if I was Z-list, I'd be happy. I'll just let me fucking mock him for
Yeah.
a second.
Bro, you're like Z-list.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Z-list.
Oh, I
I'd
thought
be
you said
fucking
Z-list.
happy as can be. He fucks you on your QED show.
Mm-hmm.
And just because he's famous and could help you, I get it. I get the reasoning that you don't
See,
tell them no.
I'm watching you figure it all out in your own head right
No.
now. You're answering your own
I
question.
think
No, because and at the end of the
He's
day,
like calculating his
sometimes
words as they're coming
no,
out.
but sometimes you have to realize that you know what, I don't want to blow up off of this guy's coattail because he's a prick motherfucker.
Okay. Well,
yeah, but it wouldn't hurt to blow up.
yeah. Let's just rewind for a little bit.
You should have told him sorry.
But he's got a car. He could drive him places.
Sorry, Tim, you're out.
Okay. First of all, I'm not blowing up off this one show on Sunday.
But you get all right.
I get what you're saying. Something happens at night, and there's industry in the room. There's not, but something happens. It's good.
It could be a good.
It's more of a future, like, oh,
not
look.
wanting to burn bridges.
No. It has nothing to do with him at all. It just makes me look better that this guy will come to my show.
It makes
So-
your show more legit.
Yeah. So the next time I'm booking a show under that name, I'm like, they'll see that Tim Dillon has performed there. Tim Dillon is a pretty. He's a big deal in the comedy circuit.
And that's I get why you did it. So, like, I won't mock you for doing it, but I will give you some shit because you should have told him no.
But what would that do? What does that
Just
do?
not helping somebody who didn't help you.
But-
I'm not saying,
But
like,
here's where
I'm a
you're
tit for tat
here's
guy.
where you're so confused. Me saying no to him
Wouldn't have mattered. I get
doesn't
it.
matter.
It doesn't
He
matter.
was probably doing me a favor to come out that night anyway.
I just feel like
How'd you do that now?
I would be done with him.
So it was Cinco de Mayo and Game of Thrones, and we had the odds.
Cinco de Mayo
things-
and Game of
things
Thrones.
were against us.
Things were not on your side.
So yes, if a famous comedian wants to come in and do the show, you're welcome. Red carpet. There was when I got there.
we just had like 2 weeks of him coming up in conversation.
I know.
on the podcast.
I know.
That when
2
he
weeks.
said that and he didn't tell him no, I was disappointed.
But
I was so hoping you were going to be like, "Fuck you, Tim."
I know, but that's not the way.
I know
to
it's
do
not.
things.
I know it.
But you have to understand. Me saying
I'm
no.
a bad decision maker, B.
I know you. but you have to look at like the whole thing. He probably had nothing to do. Maybe he felt a little bad how it worked out.
Probably not.
I know he was friends with some of the people. They went to the Moon Tower Comedy Festival.
Okay.
I don't think they were talking about my show, but I know he was with a couple people that I interacted with. And maybe he got word that it was a good show he passed up. So
It was.
he I look at it as him sort of an olive branch. Listen, let me do your show that has 7 people there tonight. It's good to have. That's all.
I was just going to say, and you did make the right decision. I didn't say mine was the right decision.
Well, your decision is never the right decision. Let's be serious.
You gotta
Not
always
never.
ask Chick for advice and then
just
just do the
do
opposite.
the
kind of
opposite.
just
Yeah.
ask me
He's a
advice
mush.
just to play it off.
Here's a great way to find out what to not do.
Exactly. So, obviously, going against Game of Thrones and Cinco de Mayo, we had
But you're right up there
what?
with Game of Thrones. and
Yeah,
Cinco de
the
Mayo.
QED show has had to be in one of the biggest things to do besides the Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Yeah. Well, all right. You guys are being jerks.
No, I'm joking.
So when I got there, the owner said, "This is the last show we do on Sunday until Game of Thrones is over because they can't get anybody
Well,
in."
it's one more episode.
No. Well, it's
Oh, this was 2 weeks ago.
yeah. This
My
is a
bad.
couple
Yeah,
weeks
yeah.
ago.
All right.
So they're just gonna start playing Game of Thrones there. Like in
Can't
the,
beat him, join him.
yeah. Which like
That's a good idea.
Yeah, a few
I
bars.
actually don't knock that
A
idea.
few bars have done this. Like they're playing Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
they do it. A lot of places have viewing parties.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
It's a
so-
way to bring people in.
That's pretty cool.
So I guess right before my show, or it's been so like this is a thing now, and QED is a place that would do a viewing party. these two people when I got in there was two people that bought tickets that I had no idea who they were. Random guys just bought tickets. Just weird that happens. I don't know. I don't expect random people to buy
cool,
tickets
though.
to my show. That's what I'm trying to say.
Have a little more faith in yourself. Fuck.
Okay. Well, it's
You put on a good show. You just got to right
I know,
time
but
slot.
Yeah,
peop-
man.
All right.
Well, you've had great comics.
So anyway,
He
we
gets
have
mad that we're see when I praise him
doesn't like
and say he
compliments.
doesn't like any compliments.
well because whatever. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Fuck you then. I
It
won't even
could
say
be
anything
better.
good anymore, bro.
No, no, keep doing that.
Keep doing
No,
that.
he loves hearing it though.
Because we try to get like our friends to come in.
Friends are the hardest people to get to do
To
anything.
go to Queens though.
No, but like
But
I've
it's a fun
realized
show.
that
It's a
in
fun
general, friends are harder to get to do it because they're more comfortable telling you no because you're friends.
That's
I
part
got
of the
that.
problem, yeah.
But you know,
know
what's,
what I'm saying?
You know
Like-
what's even harder to get than friends? People that you have no idea who they are. And you're like, how did you hear about
Strangers,
this?
yeah.
Strangers, it's hard to get people to come to a show. So,
and I get that.
and I'm not talking about like I'm on other shows where there's strangers all the time. But this is my show.
but maybe they saw you somewhere and they liked
Whatever.
you.
You guys advertise it. and stuff?
What we advertise it,
Yeah,
whatever
you
it
never
was.
know what somebody came
I know,
across.
but it still is sort of odd whenever
You know what? You
somebody
should give
just
your
shows up.
context more like credit then. You know, the content of the shows, maybe people feeling it.
I think it's a great show. The last couple
get
weeks
enough pot, though?
we've had about 10 people. So anyway, what I was getting to, after the show already started, a couple comes in and they ask the bartender if they're playing Game of Thrones tonight. And obviously we're having a comedy show, so I'm like, actually, there's a comedy show back there. If you guys want to come for that. And these guys came back there and stayed the entire time. So we had like,
They were probably like, "Fuck it, we got DVR."
yeah.
You're like, no, but if you want to see a disaster,
Yeah. That's exactly what we were like, you won't see Game of Thrones, but somebody will definitely die on stage. So I think I said I'm going to die on stage. So we got like 4 or 5 extra people that we didn't know that came back, and it ended up being a really fun show. And Tim Dillon came and Anthony DeVito. So we had back-to-back like real deal
Nice,
headliners.
Good for you, man.
oh, DeVito came.
DeVito
That's
was
awesome.
there. He's always
He's a
great.
killer, yeah.
He's a bigger.
I know.
comic.
You've, I've
Brad
heard.
do
I think I
podcast,
know
same
of
as
him,
the Crocs' headline.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it ended up being a success, but it was interesting. From when the last time we all spoke, that this guy kind of ditched on my show, and then he came to this one. But
And now you're
Whatever.
singing his praise.
yeah,
Tim Dillon,
Tim
great
Dillon,
guy.
By the way,
nicest guy
hell of
I've
a
ever
guy.
met.
by the
I
way,
will say though, I think I sent you guys in the group chat. His tweet about Game
Oh.
of Thrones was hilarious.
he's got so many funny stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to like hate on him, but he also did.
This show, for the record, has taken a change. We now like Tim Dillon.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
Yeah, disregard the last 2 episodes. Don't listen to it.
Yeah. Or anything I've been spreading in the New York comedy scene. But
Or any of our private texts.
But also with one of the when he did come in, like I was like, oh, thanks for doing it, and you know, I'm like, I'm gonna throw you on next, and he's like, all right, cool, 5 minutes, and then we had a few minutes to talk. I was sort of like, you know, busy running around, and he was, oh, by the way, sorry about that Gotham thing, and he didn't even look me in the eye. He kind of just like he was like, sorry, bro, you know.
It was full of
And I was like, "No, man, it's cool." I'm like, "We both know we both know we're lying to each other."
No, I wasn't counting on you anyways.
So
that was excellent.
yeah. So that was that. And
All right. Well,
what about you,
All right,
Tommy
Timmy
C?
D, yeah.
I didn't have anything crazy exciting go on, but
But you got like 20 chicks picks.
I got a lot of chicks picks. But no, there was a couple personal beefs that I came into over the past couple weeks. And one of them wasn't even a real beef. It was just me and two
was
of my
horse beef.
friends. Like, yeah, it was like me and one of my good friends going back and forth at each other. But like, it got to the point where we were both fucking taking digs at each other. And I just thought
Like honest ones.
Yeah, and one of the things he called me that made me say something that was like almost a line crosser. And the great thing is like after this text, we were
Habitual
side
line crosser.
texting. Yeah, habitual line crosser I am. I thought it was so funny what he called me that I wanted to just bring it up on the air because when I told B it, he started dying laughing too. I forget if it started, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be a little wrong. It started off of a Game of Thrones debate where most of them don't like it that much, and I do like it. And then it got to taking personal stabs at each other, and he called me the Job Slayer.
That's such a great. I know who said that, and he is one of the funniest.
We are actually going to get him on the show.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Hopefully.
I would love to have him.
I would love to have him on. I don't know if he will. If he did, he'd have to come under an alias.
Yeah.
Because he's very private.
That guy.
One of the funniest people
He
I
makes
know.
me laugh. He's one of the funniest guys
Really?
I've ever met.
He's a funny
Job
guy.
Slayer's fucking funny.
And I always make fun of him for not being funny, but he really is a
he
funny
really
guy.
is.
That
And
might
he probably
replace,
doesn't listen to this, so I don't have to
No,
worry
it
about
doesn't
saying
matter. But
that.
he is super funny and one of those. He's just one of those guys.
Ballbuster.
He had a whole thing about it too. It was Tom. It was Tom Schick, slayer of jobs, disregarder of fucking,
Responsibilities?
of responsibilities, neglector of like self health and vitamins, minerals, and it was like this whole thing, and it just had me dying. And then like he got me on that one.
Oh, he got you.
He got me.
You got.
Oh, he just had a baby a few months ago. So
Oh, did he? Good for him.
So I told him, I go, I can't wait for your baby to be transgendered. And he told me, he's like, that was good. After like a couple of days, he told me that.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny because these are the types of fucking ridiculous things that, me and my friends argue about. But it got so serious. Not serious, but like there's a lot of other things said in this that were exchanged that people were like, all right, calm down, guys. Like they thought it was almost getting like serious.
Is it on you though? Are you
I am
pushing the buttons?
I am an aggressive
Pot stirrer.
Yeah, I'm a pot stirrer, and I'll admit it. I will come at people hard, and then I will even get a little sensitive when people say things about me.
God, I
Really?
hate that kind of person.
Not always. I try not to do that, but because I dig at people so much, they'll take digs at me, and it can't help but something stings. I take them fairly well. I don't, I'm not ending friendships.
That's like
over
the
things.
worst. That honestly, to me, that's one of the worst qualities in a human being.
Fuck you. No, but
It is when you're constantly just ripping
Listen.
on other people, and then somebody says something to you.
I
and
didn't
you're
say
like,
anything. I take plenty of. Believe me, I get ripped all day long.
As
by
well
our
you
friends.
should.
Exactly. So I could take a good joke. I give good jokes. I could take them.
But Job Slayer was too close to home.
No, Job Slayer actually made me laugh. It was probably something else because there's a couple other things that we don't. Not everything needs to get aired out on here. But it was just like Then my whole thing is like I live at home with my parents. The only thing I could do is just like really cross the line. It's the only way to get somebody.
is
What
like,
else could cross the line other
Yeah,
than talking
because
about
they got
somebody's
you
baby?
already,
They
so,
got
yeah.
me in life.
That's your thing these days.
So I crossed the line. But then the other thing, and I want you guys, well, not yours because you didn't say it, Chris, but B, I need your input on this.
Yes, I can't wait.
Because I put up a post on Facebook the other day, and I won't name any
I
names.
gotta add you on Facebook. I'm
You
missing
could
a lot of
go
drama.
on Facebook and look at my post. What was the post even about?
It was nonsense. The post was about
But what one
about
was
kids, about just your typical thing that you always
Come
go
on,
to.
B, what
about,
was it?
About there shouldn't.
Anti-parents or something like that.
No, you're pissed about
no,
traffic.
That's
and
what
there's
it was.
too many kids.
No, this was not bad at all. I'm gonna read my post.
It wasn't bad, but
It was not bad, and
it's
it
like-
didn't prompt any ill will toward. Like it was completely ridiculous. I said, "Will there be a day where those of us who are single with no kids are to be celebrated?" Question mark.
You make single people with no kids look bad. That's what
No,
I want
but
to
all
say.
I was saying was they have a day for Mother's Day, Father's Day. It wasn't a knock on mothers. It wasn't a knock on anybody. On
Wait,
anybody.
is that what you were going for? There should be a day for you.
I was a joke. I wasn't fucking serious. You think I
All
really
right.
think
But he
single
loved it.
people
I don't
should
know.
have a
I
fucking
don't
day?
know.
Anybody who takes me that serious is an idiot.
Okay, all right.
Honestly, you're an idiot.
No, it's a funny concept though.
And I said, with no kids are to be celebrated, I said, we're the real sacrificers. We're not overpopulating
People
this.
are just throwing themselves at you.
I said, we're not overpopulating this hellhole of a world or raising the next adult asshole. That is not a knock on mothers or fathers. It was saying,
No, it's
it was a joke and
No, it's-
sarcastic.
I get
Anybody
it.
who reads that and takes any like
It's funny. It's a silly
It's- yeah,
little.
it was a
Like
silly,
it's a-
stupid,
yeah.
sarcastic thing. So my whole thing was, I put it out there, and I forget who I was with. I was laughing. I'm like, oh, let's see what happens.
See,
with
but
this.
that's your thing, right?
But I didn't think anybody was going to get offended. I thought I was going to get some good banter with it.
You want most people are
No,
like,
I
don't
want to
want
have fun banter. Like my cousin wrote, what do you say? Like serious every day is fucking lazy person. Wait, no, it's National Slacker Day.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That's funny.
Calling me a
Yeah.
slacker, and then we had a short little like that was funny. Like I expected people to come out.
Do you go at it though in the comments? Like you're.
I will. Yeah, I'll respond to the comments. If I put a post up and then someone comments, I'm gonna respond to the comment.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy who puts something up and then people
then
respond to
disappear.
it and then
And you just
disappear on
disappear.
them.
All right.
Like if
that's even that's the
I've
worst.
stopped, and I don't care what anybody. You could go on and look. I've stopped posting. I used to post a lot on Facebook. I really don't do it anymore. And when I do, though, it's something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And like occasionally, I'll get into it when like something big is coming on that I want to see what people are talking about. But I try, and I'll comment on other people's stuff. Okay, but I don't really even do that as much anymore. So I actually haven't put up a post in a little bit. The last couple of days I did with the draft and stuff. But I put this up. And I got some funny things. Like somebody was like, "Bad day, Tommy." Like,
It does come off as you're like.
you know what?
I understand.
Another girl who
Without
I'm good friends
tone,
with
it's
put her
like-
her hand over her head because she knows me and she's just like, "You're an
Right.
idiot." You know what I'm saying?
But you have a way of.
But without the tone of knowing you too, it's
But
like
you know what? If you don't know me, you shouldn't comment on my fucking post.
that's a
regardless.
fair point.
That's
Yeah,
true.
You know what?
with that.
What are you commenting on it for?
Yeah.
If you don't know me and know where it's coming from, you shouldn't comment.
But
on
you
it.
do have a way with words.
words, I get
that
it.
aren't great.
But like somebody else, I enjoy you singles because I get to live vicariously through you all. Like
Yes,
he realized
that's
I
a
wasn't
good one.
taking a shot at him. You celebrate every day, Thomas, by doing whatever it is that you want to. Like these are people who they know me.
Yeah.
They realize I'm an idiot and it was a joke, and they respond accordingly. So then I get a respond, and I will backdate this now. I will preface before we get into this one little comment that she writes. This is a girl that
You're in love with.
I always said I wouldn't come on here and really like air things out about like people that I talk to and all that. And she doesn't even listen. So
Well,
I
you're not
probably
gonna
could
use any
say
names.
I'm not using any names. I will not do that. But this is somebody who I want to say 2 years ago maybe. She used to always put up these posts about having relationship, like just not being going on dates, and they're all like disastrous. So me and my friends were like, oh, we all went to school with her. A couple of my friends are like, oh, Tom, this will be perfect. You should try it. So I was like, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Maybe
you
I
got your flirt on.
Maybe I could be one
So
of these.
what'd you do?
I'm either going to be one of these
You slid
stories
in her
where
DMs?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'm either going to be one of her dates that she goes on and I get blasted on Facebook, which is funny to me because I
That
don't
would be-
really
that
care.
would be
I really
hilarious.
wouldn't have cared. Or we'll go on a date. Maybe it'll work. Whatever. And things will, fuck it. Who know? I had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So all I did was send her a friend request. She accepted. She's the type of person who's very forward, upfront, blunt. And
Reminds
like,
me of somebody I know.
yeah, she almost has
guys are
traits of me where she'll
perfect
say what's
right
on her
there.
mind.
Yeah,
So
okay.
like I'm not gonna badmouth her in that way. This girl's up front. I knew what I was getting
Yeah.
into. She's someone who's gonna come at you and has no problem. And she's like an intelligent person, so it's not like she's an idiot either.
All right. Well,
So-
you do have some differences.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So she hits me, but she actually DMs me saying, "Why'd you I see we have common friends. Do I know you? Kind of like, why'd you friend request me,
Right, right.
weirdo?" And I'm like, we wound up bullshitting, and we exchanged numbers
She reached out to
eventually.
you first.
Not because she had any interest, other than I think she was
like,
just, why
Maybe
you
that
a
was
friend
her cover,
request?
though. Maybe
Just
it's
no,
like-
she's probably was like, why the fuck you friend requesting me? And that's how the whole thing started. So like I was going to DM her anyway, like, hey, what's going on? And it wasn't like I wasn't going to. The whole purpose
You
was
may
to
have
try and get
remembered
on a
me
date.
from the
the whole,
Farmingdale
the whole
Hawks.
purpose was to go on a date.
All-purpose yards.
So we go on a date. We didn't go. We talked for, I don't know, a few weeks. She's a nurse, so her schedule wasn't great. And, it was hard to get a meet up with her. But one day we actually did go out, and we went out for drinks, had a good time. I went in for a kiss, gave her a kiss. That was it. And then
Lips on the lips.
Yeah. But it
Ooh.
wasn't like
Was it mutual though? Like it was.
I went in and she didn't
Alright.
stop me. It wasn't like she pushed me away, but
Alright.
I'm not saying she was looking to do it, but it wasn't, it was fine.
Yeah.
So No, this
Hey,
is not going to get any
baby.
bad. No,
Hey, baby.
it doesn't get bad or anything. So we wound up talking for a little bit after that, and she winds up really not wanting anything.
That sounds worse than eating the horse.
She winds up we wound up nothing ever happens. It wound up having a fucking fallout where we both
Didn't work out. You guys are too much of
The problem
same
was
people.
I would text her and then she won't respond for like a day or two, and I am impatient. She's also extremely whatever.
Yeah.
So she wound up saying
had
something
stuff to
to me.
do.
She also didn't really know me as well as I've seen her post and know that she rips people all the time, and
right.
from people who know her, I know she's a little hostile. But she didn't realize I'm an asshole too. So she said something to me. I fucking went right back at her. So within 3 months, we went out once, and then we had a huge falling out.
All right.
I don't talk to her for probably a year. I don't even think we were friends on Facebook or
Oh,
anything
damn. All right.
anymore.
Oh, you got.
Yeah, we just stopped
Oh,
talking.
you guys unfriended.
Yeah, we were. I
Damn.
don't remember if we unfriended
they didn't
completely. Yeah,
unfriend.
I don't remember completely that, but we didn't talk for I don't know, a year or so.
This is like a Disney romantic.
No, there's
movie.
nothing
I'm
romantic
really
about any of this.
I don't know, man.
I'm really
I don't know.
engaged. On
So I forget.
She's a pretty girl too.
she is
Like,
pretty.
you'd be-
She's an attractive
you
girl.
guys
She's a
gotta
nurse.
show me
Whatever.
after this,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I wind up. I don't know. A year later, we get back in touch. I don't remember who hit up who. At this point, I know I'm never hooking up with her. She has zero desire to hook up with me, but I did appreciate some of her fucking like her just not. She was personality wise. I could be friends with her for whatever.
you liked her.
Yeah, well, friendly wise.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I really had no intentions of doing anything, especially because I just felt like after the last time and we had a fallout that she was gonna fucking lose her shit. And I just knew it would be something that was gonna end in fucking flames. But I figured we could maybe be friendly or whatever. So we would talk about things, and I would make, because I'm an asshole, I would make stabs about her kind of denying me or ever trying to go further with us.
Well, like what kind of thing? Like
Just stupid things, because she was dating people, and if it wouldn't work out, and I'm like, oh, I wonder, what did that guy have? You know what I mean?
What does that guy have? A job?
Yeah. And I
What do
basically
you have?
knew.
He has his own.
But
place
anybody
to
who
sleep?
knows me knows I'm not really actively looking either at the moment.
No, you're not.
At all. So she thought every time I would say this that I'm thirsty as fuck trying to get with her or whatever. So we wound up basically stopped talking again. Not for we didn't have a fight this time, but it kind of just stopped talking again. So I put this post up. Now, I sent her a text on accident. I literally meant to send somebody else a text. Now, I'm a big
the
fan.
accidental text
I am
on
a big
purpose?
fan of the accidental text on purpose. This was not an accidental text on
Okay.
purpose.
All right.
Legit, it wasn't.
Okay.
You know me. I would admit if I did the
Unless
accident.
it was something like, can I lay $250 on? Then I don't believe you.
But I sent her, and then it was oh, wrong text. I do it all the time. I text.
What'd you
wrong
text? What was the
people.
wrong
He's like,
text?
I
It
think
was-
you're
it was-
beautiful. Oh, wrong.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't even anything
Damn
like
it.
that. I don't save text, so I
was
couldn't tell
sending
you.
that to
you,
my
you
mom.
couldn't tell us?
It was hello. It was what's up to somebody, and I just sent the wrong name. It wasn't anything.
Hey,
like,
baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
All right.
So I sent her that. It was maybe a month ago, and it was just a quick, "Hey, how's it going?" Blah blah blah. I'll talk to you later. So I write that post that I just read before. I'm sorry, the story is very long.
Wait,
I'm
so
sorry.
she respond
This-
to this rogue
So she
text?
write. Look
This
what
story
she
is
writes.
as long
No,
as,
hold
as
on, wait.
the Facebook story.
So I wrote this post.
But no, but when you texted her by accident, did she respond?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and it was like I said, we had a quick
had a
hey,
quick little-
how's it
all right,
going?
cool.
Oh, it's going good. Sorry, my bad.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Cool.
So, she writes, Tom, when you actually accomplish something, let us know, and we'll all come through and celebrate and throw a party just in your honor, with perfect punctuation. Something other than a pity party. Now, after our whole debate, she claims that she was joking, just like everybody else on my text on this post. That wasn't a joke. Let's be real. There was no happy face emojis,
That's really-
LOLs. It was perfectly punctuated, and I know her, and she meant it because that's just the type of person
That's
she
hurtful.
is. She's lucky I know where it's coming from, and all right, whatever. So now my thinking, I'm not even gonna lie.
But you didn't say, all right, whatever.
No, listen. No,
you
of course
pushed
not.
the...
If you here's my whole thing. You want to send me a text with a stupid post, you know what I mean, and bash me, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Send it to me
You are
personally.
a ridiculous person.
B,
I just keep going.
you saw what my post was.
I know.
So
but
you
that-
can bash me all you want, but at least give me credit
That's
or
a really-
appreciate when I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's a really rude.
That's a
thing
ridiculous thing to say.
And kind of, I mean,
And you know who you're saying it to, though.
yeah, and a pretty unrelated, I guess.
That's my point. What does that have to do with you
don't-
or anything?
I don't know.
She
You were
took it
making
as
a
like
joke,
me
man,
complaining about, oh my God, everybody else gets a day but me.
Yeah,
That's not really at
but
all
that's
what it
not what you were
was.
saying.
It really wasn't, but she won't even believe that anyway. Like, she's one of those people who believes what she believes, and no matter what anybody says is going to change her mind.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're just laying
somebody
facts
else I know.
about yourself.
I'm very similar to her.
The
in
more
terms
you
of
talk
my
about
rights.
her, the more you're just looking
talking
in a
about.
mirror.
No, it's not. We're different people.
Yeah.
you know what?
Chick
Oh,
in
you
a
are.
wig.
Yeah, it's
It's not
And
chicken
he's got,
and wig.
no, he's got two
No.
accounts,
Oh,
Not at
God,
all.
Imagine that.
and he just fights with himself.
Oh my God.
So I'm laughing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like laughing to myself, like, really? She just did this on like my page. Like, I'm already getting people on it, so everybody's reading this. Like, I haven't talked to you in God knows when, completely unprovoked. I'm like, what am I gonna say now? Am I gonna take the higher
You're
road?
excited about this stuff.
I'm semi excited because I like the excited part of me is like, fuck her. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, no matter how wrong, right, or indifferent. Like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna go at
So
her.
what do you say? What do you go?
So I just say, laughing my LMAO,
yeah,
pity
we get
party
it.
coming from the girl who wants everyone to comment on her dating woes is kind of amusing because she always puts
All
up
right.
after every date. She puts up a post about
That's a
how
good
awful
comeback.
the date was and how she's never going to
Okay.
find anybody.
Yeah.
And all she does is share other posts.
All
Which
right.
is
about-
super annoying. I hate
What
when
is?
people do
Yeah.
that.
So you guys both.
You know what I
You
hate
both took
too?
a couple stabs at each
She
other.
then she goes, "Sorry, you're so angry at life that you can't see the sarcasm and joking in my post." I said, "Go be miserable on someone else's page."
Whew.
Damn.
All right. So what did she?
Because to me, that just like you're obviously very
so
angry.
You went back to back posts.
No, that was all one post. It was a paragraph. I hit
oh.
a paragraph back. Then she just said, "You're just jealous. A whole week was celebrated on us nurses and teachers, and you still get nothing." Which I was going to say, there is one of those stupid National Singles Day, so I could, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
She said, "And funny how you say that when after I post something about my dates, you text me a desperate, 'Hey, what's up? I'm still here.'"
Oh shit.
That was a great.
She goes,
That was a great one.
"Just saying, but hey." That was a good one. I told you, this girl's good.
That's a zinger.
Yep.
She's good.
That's
Like
a
that's why I
zinger.
also have fun going back because
Yeah.
she's
She hits you
She's sharp.
she hits me back.
just as hard.
Sharp.
But the problem is, I never said I'm here.
You've never done that.
No, I've texted her when we were talking.
You don't have, like,
if she would put up a text about someone, I'd be like, what do you like? What happened with this one? Because she would always tell me about these dates that she went on.
Okay.
Half the time we were talking, she was going on other dates, and we would never hang out. Like there was never any a chance of me and her hooking up. Like it wasn't gonna happen. So like I would text her things. So but she's blowing it out of proportion, making me look thirsty. That's fine. I
Bitch, I got a Gatorade right here.
Yeah. Got a vodka and Gatorade right
So
now.
I told her, I
my
said,
morning
I wasn't
Fanta.
even thinking about nurses or you for that matter with my post. Like, I wasn't even thinking about you when I wrote this post. I said, sorry, but hiding your last name doesn't hide your loneliness.
What does that mean?
Because she doesn't have her last name on her
all
Facebook
right.
page.
Okay.
It's
But
just,
a lot of people don't.
I know, but it was just a way, just like trying to poke, bro. That's it.
I
That's
gotta
what
be
do.
honest.
You're
That's a weak
losing
line.
this one.
That's
You're
you,
losing
you,
this
you. You kind of fell off.
Yeah.
That's a weak line.
She said, I'd
You gotta
rather be
come back.
lonely than date you.
"All right, so
she's kicking your ass.
so
right
she's
now. kicking your
she's
ass.
on top right now. Can you admit
Whatever.
that?
No. I'll never admit that.
How can you not, dude? She's up in points.
She goes, I have text to show how angry and miserable you are.
Oof.
Prove
and how
it.
you're rejected. So, and here's what she doesn't know. I come on here all the time. I came on here when I was all depressed and miserable. I said,
People know your shit.
yeah, people know my shit. I'm
Yeah.
not hiding anything. So I said, do it. I don't give a fuck. So I said, I'd rather date anyone than me too. I said, doesn't change the fact that you're a miserable troll. I said, I air out all my depression, so be my guest. Like, go for it. I don't know,
Yeah.
So then she didn't do anything. And then I said, like, if you
Wait,
want to,
now you double text.
yeah. And then I
Okay.
said, if you want to, if you want to keep going with this, like, let's go.
Right.
Because like are we really gonna go tit for tat now? And then she gave me like a Chris Rock thing. I told her, I said, you should come on my show. This is great. And then she basically mocked the show. Nobody listens to our
How
little
dare
show. She mocked the show. Nobody listens to your show. I said,
By the way, another good line.
"Oh yeah," I said, but I said
She's
some-
relentless. She's not giving
winning.
up.
She's
I
winning.
said, but this is what I said. I was just laughing. I said, "Some people watch, but I didn't invite you." I said, "I'm just going to talk about you."
Right.
Exactly like I'm doing.
All right,
Yeah.
so
I was-
she's
I-
listening.
Yeah. Well, no, she's not going to.
I don't think she's listening.
she's not going to listen.
She would be a dream guest.
I've asked her to come on the show once.
I know.
She's never going to come on.
Really?
Yeah, she
Well,
won't
she
come.
doesn't realize that I want her on because she's going to probably degrade me the whole time,
And that would be
and
amazing.
it's going to be priceless.
That would be great.
I don't think she thinks. I think she thinks that when she says some of the stuff to me, that it makes a difference coming from her. Like that it really.
Oh, like she's got some sort of
Like there's some people who, if they
power
said something
over
about me, it would. I'd be like, oh wow, that hurt. Like I didn't
Okay.
expect that from you.
you know they
she
really
fucking-
mean it type of thing. Yeah.
One, I barely know her. I never hung out with her in high school. Never talked to her in high school. Like. I only hung out with her the one time in my life, and we whole life was
Wait, you
our
only
whole
hung
relationship
out once?
once, and
the
once
rest-
I was a nice guy and brought her Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, all right. That's right. I remember that.
But that wasn't hanging out. I literally dropped it off. She was a nurse. She worked. I was doing the, I was trying to be a nice guy.
Sweet, what a
That's a
sweet
nice-
guy.
I'm a good guy, bro. I was nice to this girl in the
God,
beginning,
you
and then
really
she
liked her,
fucking
didn't
made a
you?
comment. Yeah, that's it. You
Yeah.
know, she fucking tore my heart
He's
up.
in love. You don't just bring someone.
No.
So then she, after she made the
thinking
show,
about you,
after she made the show comment,
I was driving by with a full meal, and I just figured.
do you like stuffing?
I fucking hate you guys. But
So
then I
what?
think the last thing that I said to her.
So how far buried are you in this? Look at you.
I'm waiting.
Look
to
at
read.
you.
I'm trying
You're
to read.
searching for
This
a-
thing was a 40 comment fucking exchange.
Now that you're
getting
now
like
that you're
a
rehashing
magnifying
it, you're
glass.
searching a good comment you were able to
you-
come
oh,
back.
But
is it
here's the
glasses
one
steering?
thing. I didn't. They're not fucking at all.
He's fogging up.
I said, you should be used to being the butt of most jokes. I said, funny, you're a nurse. You can't even save yourself from being alone. I was going to say you can't even save yourself from dying alone, but I didn't want to fucking stick it in.
That would be too deep.
I tried to hold back a little, but whatever. I don't care if she
Yeah.
won. There's nothing to win. She looks like an lunatic off my post anyway.
I think
But you know what the
she- I
funny
think
thing
she won
is?
the
She's going to
exchange,
continue
though.
to go on dates and be miserable the rest of her life and never find
And you're just not
anybody.
gonna go on dates.
And I'm just not even going to
and
try.
you're not
going
to go on any dates and be miserable for the rest of your life.
But I'm
Fall
not
asleep
miserable.
half
And
I'm
eventually, you
not
guys
miserable.
will be married and probably start up your own podcast.
But I just thought it
about
was
How
hysterical
much you hate everything.
because I was getting so many side texts from
Yeah.
all my friends reading this saying
It
how
was
amazing
funny.
this was. And there were things I wanted to say that I didn't because I didn't like you said, she's going to go back. It would have went on forever. And,
I wish it was still going on.
I sent her a text later.
Oh, all right.
And
There you go.
no, just real quick, it was something like great
Yeah, this
great
made me think of you.
No, I said great conversation today. Like have a good night or something like that.
Did she write back?
She wanted to write basically like you're an asshole, like you're an idiot, and it was like a quick little nothing like bad, but like
Yeah.
I was saying like I was like I never really wanted to hook up with you after that first
That's what you
initial
said?
thing.
No, you
yeah,
never say that to a girl.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck her. I
because
didn't.
that means you did.
No, they're gonna fuck now.
no,
Oh,
we're
God.
never
Oh
going
my
to.
God, we're putting money in honor of Chick.
Never.
We are
Tommy.
betting on this.
So, and then it was just another, and then she basically was like, we couldn't have even been friends because
Mrs.
you're
Chick,
you're
if
miserable
you're
and
listening.
negative and all that. And I am negative. I'm a negative person. I just think I'm a realist. But she's not exactly the queen of happiness. She's a miserable individual.
She sounds rough.
So, but all my friends were getting a kick out of it. I was getting side texts. It was just, I thought it would be interesting to talk about. And I'm sure plenty of people wouldn't mind going on and looking at the conversation.
Yeah, it
I need
wasn't
to see
just
this,
Annie.
yeah.
There was like popcorn gifts going on, a lot of likes
that's
of just
awesome.
our conversation. It was good
It was
stuff.
fun. It was fun.
It was good stuff. And then the other two things I really wanted to touch on was Beth Page is at there's the Beth Page Black this week. We got
Yeah.
the USA PGA Tour Championship,
Right.
and there was a shooting at the Mirage Strip
Yeah.
Club, drive-by shooting, getting some street cred for Farmingdale.
By the way, it'll always be Cafe Royale to me.
It is cafe. You know when it said Mirage, I didn't know what the fuck it was at first.
Yeah, I know.
I had to wait until I saw the pictures. I'm like, oh, Cafe Royale. It used to be a billiard on one side and a strip club on the other.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
We've
They had a
talked
drive-by shooting, then the person died by Sunoco right by my house.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, right by my house.
Yeah,
too.
right in between mine and B's house. The person died.
Shit. Oh, at that.
Yeah, over there.
Some street cred in Farmingdale, so I just wanted to shout out to Dale. And then, what did you guys think about the NBA draft? I had to talk about
I didn't
this.
watch it.
Okay.
You wouldn't watch it.
I was in a show last night.
Now
so-
let me say, not the draft, the lottery.
Okay,
Let me
yeah, it's the
rephrase
lottery.
that.
All right, so here's my
How does this
take.
work though? Like the
Worst 14 teams get put into a lottery. The bottom 3 get the highest odds, and then as they go down,
Little
the
ping
odds get a
pong
little
balls
worse.
come out. It's
Okay.
just it's
All
by
right.
chance.
It's retarded.
that's kind of
So, obviously, I wanted Zion. I was in a I know you wanted Morant.
Well, let me rephrase that because I had debates with my friends all day about this.
Well, let me just finish.
Oh yeah, go.
I was doing a show last night at exactly 8:30 while this was going on. So I had to shut my phone off and like I walked out and then I found out like that the Knicks had the 3rd pick. Initially I'm like, man, but all my friends are in this group text like, oh, just like awful thing. I'm like, we could have had the 5th pick in the draft.
Yeah, That's why I want to get into this. And
We
I
have
hope people
number 3.
listen.
It's listen, yeah, it sucks. We lost Zion. I wanted him.
Yeah.
But we have the number 3 pick in the draft.
Exactly. And this year's draft, everybody knows the
a 3-player
top
draft.
3 picks are 3 can't miss all-stars. Yes, Zion may be a franchise changer, big draw, and a beast. Yes, he's awesome. And let me reiterate, I wanted John Morant, who's the point guard, because I want a point guard that we could have forever who's a fucking stud. And that's what this dude is. He's like the next Westbrook. And I think he might even be better. He's like a Damian Lillard or a Westbrook that we'd instantly have for hopefully
If
the
the
rest
Knicks
of
had
his
the
career.
2nd pick, I would
If
have
they
loved
had the 2nd pick, that's who you get. I wouldn't. Now, everyone's like, you didn't want Zion? You didn't want Zion? Yes, I wanted Zion. I did not think we were going to get the 1st pick. If we didn't get the 1st pick, John Morant was my guy. And part of me wanted to get the 2nd pick so we didn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just give me John Morant and we don't even have to worry about it. But I also said before it, top 3. That's what we need. I was playing darts. I went into my car to watch it on my phone because I didn't want to be in the bar with everybody.
Yeah.
So me and my buddy are watching it in the car, and I'm like, dude, we just got to get to 3. So once we get to 3, we're guaranteed a stud. Fuck whatever happens. Like, the rest is icing on the cake. Because now you get R.J. Barrett Jr., who, before the year started, was the number 1 consensus pick of the draft. He was supposed to be better than fucking Zion. He was ranked higher in high school. He had every award in high school that you could win. They said he's the first person to sweep all the national high school awards since LeBron James. His numbers, I looked at him today, and from watching him, I always said he's just as good as Zion. He just doesn't have the freakish athleticism that Zion does.
Yeah.
But to me, he could rebound as good. He's a better passer, and he's a better shooter, and they both scored. They both had the exact amount of points average per game. Zion had 1 rebound more than him per game, and he had 2 assists more than Zion per game.
Yeah.
So they're the same
They
player.
are. I
Very
I don't
similar.
think too many people care about this, but I think the only thing that scares me now, I'm okay with the 3rd pick. These people that are freaking out that we didn't get the number 1 pick, come on, this just doesn't.
Like, and we, you know
is
what?
what it is.
We didn't get the 1st pick.
The thing that scares me is a possible trade where now the Knicks are gonna. There's like talk that they'll trade that number 3 pick. What's his name? Number 26.
Knox?
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson and
Knox to the
For-
Pelicans for Anthony
Can
Davis.
I say one thing? With
I
the
get
difference is the difference is they're only doing that so they can get Davis, Kyrie, and Durant.
I get that,
If
but
you have all 3 of those guys, it's not the same thing as the Melo trade when we got rid of the whole team
I know.
for an olding guy who could only score.
and you're probably right. That it just worries me that
It does, and I get it too.
because I kind of like what the Knicks are doing.
Yes.
and I like the young thing. I think Fizdale is great at developing players.
Yep.
but it worries me if they're just going to go all in
Totally
on these
justified.
guys. Kyrie, I don't totally trust.
I don't. I actually would rather Kemba Walker than Kyrie.
Yeah,
there are
me
another
too.
2 people who have very similar numbers.
I don't think Kemba's going to. I think
a lot
Dallas
of people saying Kemba's staying where he's.
I think
staying.
he's either going to stay or Dallas is going to make a push for Kemba.
We'll see.
I don't
But
know.
you know what? We'll
I
see
don't-
what else happens if we get Durant and Barrett, and that's what we're building our team around with
I'm okay with
Knox
that.
and Robinson. Dude, we're good.
All right.
I'm not saying we're going to win a championship, but we're going to be contending. We'll be in the playoffs, and the Knicks will be legitimately a good team again. You know? And then if you get that other piece, you know, another star for a max contract that we can still afford, then we're
you're a
fucking
winning team.
talking, man. Like, we're talking about a legit chance. So everybody, calm down. Barrett is a fucking beast. And personally, because the 2 seed has Conley, they're saying that Barrett still may go 2. And if Barrett goes
doubt
2, if Barrett goes 2 and we get Ja Morant, we're set.
I don't think that's gonna.
Why though?
Memphis is gonna take Ja Morant.
But they're saying it's possibly not.
Connolly is gonna. I know he's got the
But
contract.
they may think Barrett's better. This
Maybe,
guy isn't like a stump. It's not like he's a slump. Like
I don't think.
slap or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I'm sure people are tuning out at this.
Nah, people, it
Maybe
is.
I don't know.
Wow. If they were, they are now.
Yeah, probably.
If you
So
made
then-
it this far,
I won't do my picks then this week.
How much time do we get?
we're over an hour and a half.
All right. So,
Yeah,
we'll call it a wrap.
Let's call it a wrap.
I got plenty of picks, but we'll do them next
Yeah,
got
week.
a
we'll
lot of
get.
picks.
There's a lot of. I have
It's all
picks
right, I'm
too.
in no
have
rush.
picks
I have a
too.
couple picks too, actually.
Maybe I'll spend a whole episode with picks.
Yeah.
Chicks picks. All right.
Chicks picks
That's
next
cool,
week.
man.
But, guys, if you're still listening, thank you. And,
Thank you, guys. Now let's go, Knicks.
Let's go, Knicks.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Check us out.
Basketball.
Guys, review us and send us any
reviews, subscribe, right?
Yeah,
We
all
need
that good stuff. Peace.
See you later, guys.
Later.